We're live.
Okay. Well, welcome back, everyone. This is part 6 of Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane. Yeah. Last time we basically walked around the university to try and gather evidence.
And in case anyone's forgotten, I'm Rad and this is Spiky.
Yeah. And
I
effectively...
can't hear a damn thing because I forgot to get my headphones.
Yeah, you don't have your
Okay, BRB. Anyway, yeah, last time we learned about point kill and learned that this guy wants everyone to be able to have it.
Brilliant, useful device known as Necrotic Blight, where you can say Blighto, point your index finger at someone, and they die instantly.
This is something so powerful that I think even the most anti-gun control people would be like, yeah, we probably don't want that, because something that they still do want is regulation.
Yeah.
You still I don't think you'd get too many people who are like, nah, you can just buy it. You should just be able to buy it out of a vending machine. I'm pretty sure most of them are like, yeah, we should have guns, but like to get them, you have to, get permits, because like concealed carry permits and all that. If you could just learn the point kill spell that is not just permanently on your person, irremovable, completely and truly irremovable from you, other than cutting off your index fingers.
Yeah.
It would be madness.
Your sentence is index finger removal. Right, let's get right into it. Wallace and Eris.
How did you and Eris become friends anyway? Who is she? There's something off about her. She's scared just thinking about...
I'm so scared of her.
I understand that the idea is that it's foreshadowing for, her being evil.
But, come on.
I did.
There's a certain thing that's too much foreshadowing. You're doing too much at this point. It's just crazy.
If you make it too obvious, then there's no shock factor.
She doesn't even look she looks kind of scary, I guess, because of the eye thing. But she looks pretty
if she swept back her hair so that she didn't have the spooky face covering.
Alright, let's just be real. She's a little girl. She's a 16-year-old
little girl.
You're looking at a 5-foot 16-year-old girl and going ooh!
Oh no, she's terrifying! What the hell?
It's the only reason we think she's terrifying is because everyone keeps saying she's terrifying. And she keeps doing the thing where she goes, I'm going to
kill you, Lightborn or God's born or Heaven's born, that's it. Yeah. But really, this just looks like a girl who's maybe read one too many Mary Shelleys.
Yeah, she doesn't. This is just a goth girl. This is literally just this is literally just a girl going through her. Hang on, someone in high school got scared of the goth girl. Someone in high school got scared of the class goth girl. They were just oh my god, she's terrifying. That's what I'm getting from this, because she just don't from the problem, the issue
scariest thing I feel like you could get out of that is if she comes up to you and asks you, which do you prefer, Bram Stoker or Mary Shelley, and you go I haven't read either.
I would lie. Well, actually, I was going to say I'd lie and say I read both, but I have read both.
You have read both, dude.
I've read both. I would say...
Okay, so Dracula or Frankenstein?
I'd probably say Frankenstein, actually.
Really?
I'd say Frankenstein out of the... I'd say that out of the... I mean, maybe I'm just a basic bitch.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention Happy Easter, everyone. This is being done during Easter.
This is done during Easter, so enjoy your egg.
Yeah.
What? Egg? I don't know.
If Easter's a thing you celebrate, enjoy your chocolate eggs. If Easter's not a thing you celebrate, why don't you? You can get free chocolate eggs.
Enjoy a real egg.
Not free chocolate eggs, but chocolate eggs.
Yeah, if Easter's something you celebrate, get a chocolate egg. If Easter's not something you celebrate, eat an egg.
Eat a real egg?
Like a real egg.
Like a chicken egg?
Yeah, just a chicken egg.
What about a quail egg?
What is a quail egg?
It's an egg from a quail.
Why is it different to a chicken egg?
Because it's a different bird.
Okay, yeah, but why did you specify it? Ostrich egg.
You know what's funny? Quail eggs. When I saw them, I was like, oh my god, this is what mini eggs are based on.
How were they small?
They're small, and they've got a lot of mottliness on them.
Oh.
On the texture. Like, there's a lot
Have you
of...
eaten any?
I haven't eaten any quail eggs, no, and I wouldn't eat them raw because I don't like having salmonella. So, yeah.
Just get a handful of them down.
But it's totally those. That's what meanie eggs are based on, I swear. This is my tinfoil hat theory of the day.
Regardless of eggs or Easter or all that,
or Jesus coming back out of the sepulchre. That's the idea.
Yes.
You know, so like Good Monday, or no, wait, Good Friday.
Good Friday, and then
Good Friday's when he like died and was put in the sepulchre, and then Sunday was when he came out of the sepulchre.
Don't they have that shroud in Spain?
Yeah. And you know what else about it?
What?
He's not in it. Also, it's in Italy.
Oh, it's in Italy. I thought.
Yeah, it's in Turin.
Oh, I thought it was in.
Why would Spain have it?
What was it in Spain? There was something in Spain that they found, I swear.
They found something Jesus-related in Spain?
I'm pretty sure. I know Santiago's in Spain. But I don't know. I thought there was something in Spain.
I'm like 90% sure that the Shroud of Turin is in Turin, though.
That does make sense. But there was something. It's like that thing with Jesus' face on the bread.
Oh, that's Jesus' face on bread. That doesn't
Jesus'
count.
face on bread.
Yeah.
Imagine going up to that and being like, "Oh my god, Jesus wanted to see me for some reason, so he put his face on this bread."
That would be.
I'd be concerned because that means
did.
he wants to. That means he wants to see what it's like to be eaten by me. Like that's weird.
No,
man.
he's just giving a sign. You know. It's like, you know, when you just send a text message to like someone you want to Discord or something.
Except
you're like, yo, can I call?
Except you send a picture of your face.
Yeah, imagine. Yeah, you just send a picture of your face, like, can I call?
I could actually see that becoming a thing is the worst part. Just sending a picture of your face.
Because
with no
people will
context.
become illiterate from all of the brain rot.
Maybe.
Anyway, that's why we have to overanalyze game stories and remember to brush up on our reading comprehension so that we can't get hit with propaganda.
I feel like Plug should have been like present for that one. Honestly, it felt something.
I forgot about Plug.
No,
I don't think we've done a plug on. I don't think I have the plug thing on.
Damn it.
On the Tyrion stream, so I'll just add it now. Be prepared for.
Yeah, the sound will cut out and all.
Sound will cut out and what's her name will stop blinking.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with Celeste staring you down. Maybe you could do a staring contest in this time, or maybe I'll keep yapping about what I was supposed to be yapping about.
There we go. Here's plug. Plug needs to be bigger. So here we go.
Well, there you go.
That'll do.
So what I was going to be yapping about in the first place was Eris.
Yes.
Eris. All jokes aside with Eris, she's kind of in this weird situation where, again, and her.
Why has the frame rate gone so weird on the mouse?
Her being
like this is unconnected.
It's because of Plug. Her age as
16.
She's a 16-year-old girl. All I'm trying to say is that she's a little girl.
Yeah.
So I just cannot feel really any fear from her. Like I just think, wow, she's a little girl. Like that's gonna naturally make me think, okay, sure, but so she's not really inherently scary at all.
Yeah.
She's not even an adult.
Here's the problem.
She's not even.
She's smiling in the
she's
profile
smiling.
pic.
She's not an adult. She's not this.
Imagine she had like
everything,
an empty expression.
anything that could be threatening about her naturally isn't threatening about her.
If she did have like a blank, empty expression on here, then I think this would actually be a really unsettling profile image.
Yeah, she's wearing black, sure. Ruby's wearing black too. So like,
imagine she had an expression like Ruby.
yeah. I'm honestly more intimidated by her than her. Look, she's looking me down. She's just kind of like, happy slappy, nothing
Slight
much is
head
going on.
tilt.
Yeah, she
Slight
does.
head tilt, smile. How are we supposed to be scared?
Naturally,
the only reason we're scared is because all the other characters are insisting that this is terrifying.
Yeah, I won't lie.
Bro,
Naturally,
I've been playing some Ocarina of Time with horror ROM hacks. I'm pretty sure I know what's scary and what's not.
Naturally and simply, she just looks really cute. She just looks really cute. So, from a normal perspective, I'm not going to think she's anything other than, oh, wow, she's a little cute. And then, the problem is, that means that our baseline for her is pretty positive.
Yeah.
Our baseline is actually quite positive for her. And then, she doesn't really...
Bro, she looks like you'd recruit her in Fire Emblem and she knows dark magic or something.
Yeah, I mean, well, we literally always say she looks like Sophia. Like, just black hair.
That is true, actually, yeah, whoopsie daisy.
Like, you know, just put black hair on Sophia.
Or put purple hair on Eris.
Yeah, or put a purple hair on Eris. Edit those sprites, boom, I couldn't tell the difference. But, so she's not the most intimidating. And then the problem is, we just keep having everyone say, oh, she's really scary, oh, she's terrifying, and then she does the, I'm evil face, and does the whole, like, god powers to rewrite what people are saying, and it's very heavy-handedly obvious that she's big and scary and the devil and everything.
Here's the problem, we've only played 2 cases. We actually haven't played to case 3, 4, or 5 yet before we did this. When we finished case 2, we were like, let's redo this on stream. But then, how is it like if we're wrong about this, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, absolutely.
She isn't the villain of the case, so I imagine she's going to come back probably in case 5 and be really, really evil and be the main villain.
Yeah, I don't understand what the point of.
If she's not the main villain, she's like the second in command of the main villain. Like, I'd say it's, you know, and there's like man behind the man kind of thing going on.
But what's the point of having Eris if she... What's the point in introducing her, basically, as someone here, just to make Tyrion and everyone else look pretty idiotic, especially Tyrion? Because everyone else, well, I mean, like, Celeste and Ruby both are like, oh, she's kind of suspicious.
Kind of spooky.
But
you know what I think would have been funny? If you know, you had the intro thing. Actually, this would work really well. If you can keep the intro exactly the same, you can keep the whole. I always feel a sense of dread around her in the profile.
Yeah.
You can keep Celeste going like, oh my god, and reaching for her sword, and then have Eris just be completely normal and don't do any of the subsequent like, oh, Eris is spooky things, and then it just seems like a gimmick of, oh, haha, she looks like a ghost or something.
Yeah. It would be fine to do that. It'd be fine to do
and then,
like
oh
that,
my god, she's actually evil.
What I effectively mean is, I don't see the point in so obviously signalling in the first 5 seconds of her being there to the player that Eris is evil.
Yeah, why would you make
that immediately? That doesn't really make me invested or make me think, wow, here's something interesting going on here. It makes me instantly think, okay, so that's that mystery solved. Here she is.
You know, the problem is we expect a twist villain, but or rather, it's half written as a twist villain and half written as not a twist villain.
Isn't it weird to have just a clearly, obviously evil, not even trying to hide it person in a murder mystery? Isn't that a bit counterintuitive? Like, I just feel like that's a bit counterintuitive because. My issue here is if Eris does turn out to be the main villain of Case 5, then we know who the main villain of Case 5 is.
Before we finished Case 2. Yeah.
Damon Gant can't show up and be like, ha, right, you'll never catch me out for DL6. That I wasn't in DL6, never mind, that's the wrong one. You'll never catch me out for the other one.
SL9.
SL9, you'll never catch me out for that. If you do that, you can't set it up, you know.
I mean, admittedly, that was a DLC case, essentially, so that would never happen in the first place.
But you know,
like you say, what they did in that one was a third of the way through, he introduces himself, ending the first trial segment. When he introduces himself, he seems, you know, intimidating enough, but affable.
Yeah.
But like, he's the chief of police. Of course, he's got an intimidating air about him. He kind of has to, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like. He's a big authority figure. You wouldn't get that far without, you know, a bit of gumption.
Yeah.
So like you expect that, but you know he's friends with the judge. He seems like he wants to be buddy with you and Edgeworth.
Yeah.
And he tries to help. It seems like he tries to help you out a bit.
Having Eris be so obviously evil, I seriously don't understand the purpose.
Case 2 Miles Edgeworth going like, Manfred von Karma. He is evil as
he raised
hell.
Me, but I have a feeling that he only did that because he might have killed my father. Anyway, and then he just like doesn't explain himself.
Imagine you're playing Phoenix Wright 3, And in case 2, when Godot shows up, he goes like, I'm totally gonna kill someone in case 5.
By case 5, I'm totally going to have killed someone. And
It's funny because that's a total bait and switch, because obviously Dahlia's the most evil person here, and you know that she's going to come back in some way, shape, or form after the first case.
But surely, it just makes sense that if...
She's just too relevant to be a starter villain and nothing else.
It's totally obvious, though, that Eris is evil. She's probably going to be the main villain of Case 5, or at least be orchestrating stuff in Case 5. If that is what's happening here, I really don't see the point, because, what is the point in introducing her beyond just having the dream sequence nightmare thing?
Yeah.
What's actually the point
that's
of her
bad
being
enough as
here?
it is. We shouldn't see her sprite. We should see a silhouette, if that.
Yeah, for one thing, we shouldn't really be seeing much there at all, but from a character perspective, why is Eris even here?
Yeah.
Does she have to just physically be here despite being some sort of god being?
Well, you see,
Who can be in your dreams, apparently?
She's here to be like... She's here to ruin the experience for the player, because she's a being of pure evil that hates people.
She hates continuity.
So she hates the player as well. So since she hates the player, she wants the player to have not as good a time as they could, which means instead of introducing herself later or in a sensible fashion, she introduces herself as an obvious twist villain.
Yeah.
So that we are like, oh, well, we know who's going to be the killer in Case 5 now.
Yep.
That's disappointing. So yeah, actually, this is a really incredible meta character that makes loads of consistent sense. I'm joking, of course. You could just have her not do that.
Yeah. Not everything has to have a meta in it, because...
believe it or not, even though she says she's not a plaything of the script, she's a plaything of the script.
Ooh, I just did a really good save there.
I don't want to know.
I'm not even going to mention that, because that could get clipped. So I'm not going to mention that.
I don't want to know, baby. I don't want to know. I don't know how that didn't become a meme. You know, that Kingdom Hearts 3 song.
They couldn't get the rights to it.
Memes don't care about rights.
Yeah, they do. They have to, like... Every time you see a meme, they have to get all of the...
You don't have to get copyright for a meme. That's not how it works.
There was another hint of fear from her. Now he's lampshading it again.
Just in case case they thought we wouldn't notice.
For someone in the back, someone far in the back.
No, you know what this is? Like... This is Netflix R. You know, like how it's actually been confirmed. Like they keep having characters spell out what's happening on screen in case people are watching it on the second screen and just listening to it. And it's like, wow. So like, in case you were just like listening to this as a podcast. Tyrion. The reason Tyrion said there was another hint of fear is because the Eye of Horus came up purple. So so hint of fear. Oh, sometimes the other students would sometimes wait. Why? Sorry about that. Oh, sometimes the other students would steal the EID number off of my locker and switch it with another student's. That should be ID with all caps.
ID with all caps. That's
EID,
yeah, that's
like
EID.
the psychological concept, like the EID, the ego and superego.
Maybe they're just feeling really philosophical in this school. They have EID numbers for their lockers.
They thought it was funny whenever that student got angry with me.
I won't lie, I don't know why they'd get angry at the person. I mean, I know it's just for...
Why have you got my ID number?
Like,
I didn't switch them! Well, I'm still gonna beat you up.
Also, why is Flynn hot at the school? Why... You've got a question, though. They switch the ID numbers,
I'm not a voice
right?
actor, mate.
They switch the ID numbers, right? But when you get a... When don't you like learn where your locker is in regards to everything else?
Well, yeah, but it'd have it'd have someone else's ID there and their name presumably as well.
They just go to their locker.
What
and
the hell?
Like,
this is someone else's name.
They just go to their locker and they're just like, damn it! I'll go to my locker.
I don't know why they.
What's this? Necrotic blight?
Why can they switch it so easily anyway? Why can they switch it? Why can they...
Someone's doing it for shits and giggles, and
like surely it's a year by year thing. This has got to be like
Jan has too much on his plate. He has too much cleaning to do to
He's
deal with
cleaning
this.
the ceiling. Like, bro, they need to employ his ass at the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, this guy can hit that ceiling. Nah, that's good. He's literally doing like 3-story ceilings. How is he doing that? Should he just have a great step
It
ladder?
says Arcane Art None, but it should say Arcane Art Flight.
Arcane Art Cleaning.
Arcane Art Cleaning. That's even better.
He has Cleano.
Cleano. Oh god, that sounds like a crappy off-brand like cleaning
Kleenex.
product that you'd find in a cartoon or something. Like, dude, we've run out of Kleeno.
I know exactly how. That was such a what? You tried so hard on that Gumball impression. That's ridiculous.
Maybe I did. Anyway, Eris had a bit of a reputation around our school. Everyone was scared of her, even the students from the nobility. Holy moly. Everyone was scared of her. Everyone was scared of her. Everyone was scared of her. Even the students from the nobility.
Like, a goth girl's out of fashion nowadays.
Too damn much, too damn soon, too damn fast.
Like, I'm not gonna.
It's
obvious
Wallace, she's a villain.
Wallace, I'm not gonna lie. Your fit, your hair, the whole, thing. You're kind of rocking the same vibe. Just saying it.
When he gets into that angry one, like the tense one, where he's like, that's when he's properly looking like mad scientist.
I'm not gonna lie. You're. Why is no one scared of you? Brackets, the known necromancer.
Oh yeah.
Why you say, Eris is kind of scary.
Wait,
because
so
she practices illusion magic
so you're
like
telling
everyone
me
else.
you're telling me that everyone decides to bully the guy with point kill?
Yeah. They all bully him, the guy who can literally just go Blighto and then you die.
It's like in fucking X-Men when they're like, when like, instead of the people rightfully being scared of Head Explode Man and trying to avoid him, you've got mutant racist people like kicking Head Explode Man in the shins and
you like exploding heads,
you
don't
like
you?
exploding heads, don't you? You fucking mutie. It's like, dude, do you guys realise he can explode your head?
Like, it's so weird because it's like, wait, so
like, yeah, be scared of him if you want, but don't be aggressing him.
Yeah, it's like, wait, so you're.
It's like in real life,
they are literally saying that they trust him being moral. They trust him being moral enough to not just get angry and kill them instantly.
Yeah.
And then they'll say, "Oh, we hate you,"
and he'll get away with it because he's a superhero.
And it's like, what?
You know how it works in these things.
Yeah.
Somehow, always, whenever a superhero in these comics actually kills someone, it gets swept under the rug.
Yeah, it was actually.
Just mind control. Secret clone. That was. I decided to wreck on that because I didn't like it.
Yeah, it's just Also, minor point about the writing. Minor point about the writing is just even the students from the nobility. We've still been told this is predominantly a noble school.
Yeah.
Predominantly has nobles. He shouldn't really say even. He should just be saying everyone was scared of her. You kind of need another way to...
He's saying even because, theoretically speaking, the nobility should have lots of power, even if they're the majority there.
Yeah.
He's saying even to mean that even though they have lots of power, they were scared of her
They
too.
were just frightened of a little girl.
It's just everyone's scared of her.
Probably due to some baseless rumours. What?
It's probably just hearsay.
They probably thought
they should be afraid of you because you have point kill.
They probably thought she was selling crack behind the bike shed. It's like, no.
Would you like to buy some crack?
Like, is that what
Why would you be scared of the crack seller, though? As long as they don't start tweaking and, point kill you or something.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Eris has connections, She's
Actually, Ruby has connections, so that has precedent.
If you rat on her, you wake up with a horse's head inside your bed. It's like,
scary. ... One day, someone switched my ID number with hers.
Your E's number?
I just don't want to I don't want to.
Don't want to bully the point.
Don't want to bully him too hard, that should control and find that. Replace with
5 seconds,
top with all caps. It'll be fine. I was so scared when she came up to me. I couldn't even say anything. I was just standing there like, Oh my god, this is how I die.
Well, I mean, you know, that's pretty teenage boy.
I've come for your soul, Wallace.
Well, I mean, it makes sense though. Teenage boy, the girl walks up to you. It's time you know, shut down. There's three.
I'm only 16 years old. Of course, I shut down when a girl approached me.
Do you think this guy has done anything? Do you think he's even seen a woman before? I don't think he knows what his own mother looks like. Oh wait, he's an orphan, so he don't.
Jesus Christ!
Okay, that was absolutely needless. That was absolutely needless. I'm sorry, Rat Boy. I mean, not Rat Boy. I don't know what. I don't know.
Why are we going and swaying like this?
I need to stop with that. I need to stop with that.
But she didn't get angry like the others. She just apologized and gave me back my nameplate. After that, she started talking to me whenever she saw me. Bro's got Riz.
I love how he didn't say after that we just became friends.
Yeah, it
says after that she just starts talking to me now. Like, bro, wow, she's your friend, and you didn't say after that we just became close friends.
After that we became friends.
It's like no. He's like after that she just fucking
she
walks up
started
to
talking to me whenever she saw me, but
it's like
I don't know.
Get the fuck out of my face, Jesus. Like, I don't care about you. So bro doesn't care.
Yeah, you have to think, especially since this guy at least very much gives the impression of someone who is frequently bullied. I don't know if he's actually said it, but he definitely comes across like he's, you know, kind of the runt of the litter at the...
You'd expect him to...
You'd expect that if he had a friend, he'd you know, appreciate that friend greatly and be close with that person. And, you know, refer to that person as a friend or a close friend. But, like, instead he's like... No.
Instead he's just like, Eris hangs around me for some reason.
Eris hangs around me.
I find it really annoying. Like, I wish you'd stop. Like, that's the impression you get from saying, after that she just comes up and talks to me.
Well, I get the feeling, as regards, you know, her being evil, that this is supposed to come across as she's got some kind of ulterior motive thing. But realistically speaking, he shouldn't be phrasing it like that. Unless he thinks she does have an ulterior motive.
Why does everyone instinctively know that Eris has an ulterior motive? Imagine Satan coming up to you and you just instantly know, hang on.
No, it's a random person. It's a random person coming up to you and you just instinctively know it's Lucifer.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, hang on, I know who you are. You're going to offer me some deal or something, aren't you? It's like...
No, I just want to hang out. Like, maybe watch a movie.
Listen,
like, have you
Satan,
seen Fast and Furious?
No, listen, Satan, I've got lots on my plate. Can't be bothered with this right now.
Oh, okay.
You either tell me directly what you want, or just get the fuck out.
Like, bro, I legit just want to go, like, watch Fast and Furious or something.
Okay. Oh, alright. I see how it is. So I have to ask, if it's caused you so much trouble, why are you still studying necromancy?
I want to become a doctor.
I won't lie. I won't lie. He is cooked in regards to the why are you still learning it. He can't unlearn the illegal spells.
He can't unlearn point kill.
And they're already a severe crime, apparently.
Yeah, just
learning them is a severe crime.
Who do we hear that from?
That was
Arya.
That was from Arya. And
Arya,
who
is a strong authority figure in the game.
Yeah.
Like, we can generally trust her word.
Yeah.
So, especially since she's a prosecutor, she'd absolutely know what's legal and what isn't. Like, it's kind of literally her job to know that.
And we also got it weirdly backed up from Thingy, Theodore. Redmond said, the
principal, that's it. I kept wanting to say president.
The president. But, you know, the principal's like, well, I let him do it. It's like, well, yeah, but it's a legal thing. You can't go to the school and then go, yo, principal, can I take my cat in the school? And he's like, yeah, bet.
Yeah, bet.
It's like, no, hang on.
I want to become a doctor.
The headmaster told us the same thing, but why are you learning spells that can steal people's life force and raise the undead? Most valid thing I'd ever heard.
Life and death are two sides of the same coin.
Don't do random philosophy on me when, like, I'm asking you a genuine question.
I played Persona 3 and then I thought, that's the key principle behind necromancy.
What does that even mean?
Mend wounds, fine. Revive, fine. Animate corpse. Necrotic blight, aka point kill.
Even if he no, I'll be dead ass. Even if he just had revive, mend wounds, animate corpse, I'd still be fine with that. Because I'd still be able to say, well, he thinks that animate corpse plus vivify, there's some sort... If he can find out some sort of connection, he can make something that revives corpses.
Even if that would be the case, even if he believes that, that's an ethical minefield.
That is an ethical minefield, because of course if you can revive corpses no matter how long they've been dead, then that is a very like problematic thing of like, how do we now permanently get rid of people? And because you could just like get all of the ancient evil
well, I mean,
warlords
only
and poof.
like it doesn't say that it revives them any younger, so people would only be dying of old age, like literally DNA degradation, style dying of old age. So like, but
you know, mend wounds and then super revive, boom.
Yeah, it's.
I kind of would like more. I'd kind of. It can't restore missing limbs, nor can it revive someone who's already died. Fine. It can't revive people, sure. Can't restore missing limbs. It can. Any wounds, it can. So, can it work on poison? Can poison?
I would imagine that there's a different spell for that.
Revive.
This seems very specifically.
Yeah. That seems like wounds and bruises, fine. But like, animate corpse. If its head is attached or what? Like I can't. I'm kind of like, how does necromancy work in that sense?
The first undead was actually a failed attempt to resurrect a human using magic. Yeah, and what were the subsequent undeads? Also, just a quick question for you, Nightgrave. What is the was every subsequent undead also a failed attempt to resurrect a human using magic? Or was the undead person being used as an unliving weapon?
What is this though? Like who did this? Did Zarok do this? Who did this? Because this was another spell gifted to humankind by the Scaled Lord. Who?
I am going to potentially refute that.
Were they made it afterwards?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, counterpoint. Why the fuck is it called necromancy if the first spell wasn't necromancy? It was just healing someone.
Ooh, okay. That's a good one, actually. But we do know for a fact that spell formulae can be made.
Yeah, we know that they can be made. We do know that. But I just have to once again question, how's it called necromancy if this wasn't the first necromancy spell? Death magic.
Death magic.
Death manipulation in the name.
Well, technically, Mancy means...
Mancy means control, doesn't it?
No, it means, it refers... It's Mancy is a method of learning things, usually the future. Like, for instance, gyromancy.
Oh, I see.
Or you know, Mancy is...
So death knowledge?
Death knowledge, technically, but, like, it would be divining the future via death.
You know, the Latinate route, yeah.
Yeah, but if we're talking, like, common parlance, yeah, necromancy just means death magic. Right now,
What?
Right now, necromancy can only heal injuries and wounds, but it can't do anything for diseases or deformities.
Well, there you go.
Okay, so we don't have any ones that fix missing limbs. We don't have any for diseases. However...
We still don't know anything about poison. He hasn't said anything about poison either.
At a stretch, you could maybe lump poison in with disease.
I think diseases, yeah.
But I would have to question, like, don't we have medicine?
No, they're just spam.
Do we have anything about medicine?
Doctor's appointments look like this.
Go in, they go menace at you.
Menace, and they're like, are you better? And they're like, no. And they're like, oh. Okay. I can't do anything more for you. Palliative care, probably.
If I could just keep studying, I know I can develop necromancy beyond that. I might even be able to create spells that can cure terminal diseases.
Wow.
That's,
Sorry, that's a really random jump. You can't even cure a disease.
So you can't cure, like... You can't cure, well, common cold is a bad example. You can't cure, like... Flippin' heck, what we got that we can cure? Well, I guess
Measles.
Yeah, measles. Any
Or vaccine, I suppose, but you know.
Anything that you cure with antibiotics. So any bacterial infection.
So cold.
Cold isn't bacterial though, is it?
The common cold can. Well, I mean, we say the common cold, but like, we totally don't specify what the common cold is. I mean.
Okay, a bacterial version of the common cold, absolutely you would cure with antibiotics, but viral versions of the common cold you absolutely couldn't because antibiotics don't work on viruses.
I think the actual like scientific common cold is a virus, but like we say, oh, you've got a cold, and it's like that could be fucking anything. Like that, we don't specify what it is. We just say, oh, you got the cold.
You got a cold.
It's like, bro, I have a stomachache, and it's probably from a fungus. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so you got a stomachache from a bacterial infection. You can take antibiotics for that.
Yeah.
This bro doesn't know about antibiotics yet and is saying, I think I can cure cancer if I really try.
Yeah, effectively, diseases are usually caused...
have a good go and everything, but I wouldn't...
Kind of the thing we have to think about here is that I can only assume he doesn't know this and that they don't know about bacteria and the like, but most diseases, pretty much all of them, are caused by small little microbe entering where it shouldn't be and multiplying. So healing would not do anything. It wouldn't do fuck all for you, because what are you doing? How do you heal something that isn't injured? It's just the case that...
Counterpoint, this is magic.
Yeah, this is magic, but all I mean is we have no reason to believe that would actually take effect here.
Okay, let me come up with the spell then. So, Mend Wounds can target... Mend Wounds presumably only targets human cells.
Yeah.
I reckon this on the grounds that I don't think it's possible to use Mend Wounds on an animal or a plant.
Yeah.
So we can reasonably reckon that it only works on human cells.
Yeah.
If you made a version of Necrotic Blight that only targeted foreign cells,
yeah,
you could maybe delete the foreign cells out of a person.
What you're referring to there is called chemotherapy.
Yeah. So it's,
yeah,
we still use that.
However,
I mean, it's not great, admittedly.
Does he know about bacteria? Yes or no? Because if he doesn't,
that's a world-building question.
That's a world-building question I have to ask, because if he doesn't, why would he think that killing someone would help someone? If he does, how does he expect to make a necrotic blight that just targets diseases and not the person? And how does he expect to make that spell, or test it?
I mean, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I'm just being like, well, since we know that there are spells that target certain cells, maybe you could come up with a spell that targeted specific other cells.
Yeah. But one thing I have to say is that this spell, they're magically healed. I don't know what that means. Does that actually just... I mean, it's kind of a question of...
In more like scientific magic settings?
It's hard to say, because, it's one of those things where... I guess it's the problem of... Lots of these things are just fine, in the sense that they magically do this. Full stop. Fine. But we're looking at a guy who's basically trying to science out how to make a new spell, but I have no clue how he expects to do that.
Well, I mean, if in a more scientific, magical, like...
Yeah, you'd obviously
if it was a sci-fi thing...
Accelerating your metabolism.
Yes, accelerates your metabolism, so it's not really... It's just speeding up the process. It's not magically doing anything.
But, there's the problem. If it is that, then why would that... that would presumably actually cause disease a lot of the time, because you'd be speeding up the disease's metabolism and thus making rapid multiplication, rapid binary fission. You're going to get a lot of diseases very quickly.
Well, you don't use it on diseases, though. You use it on wounds.
Yeah, wounds have diseases in them, naturally, because the air has disease. everything in the world has diseases.
yeah,
Diseases
okay,
are all
fine,
around us and
I'll
all
go
over
on.
us. That's why you have to be very like quick
Well,
with
I don't
cleaning
know. Maybe
stuff.
they clean the wound first and then they do mend wounds on it.
Yeah, but what I mean,
Or maybe
is,
it also accelerates the body's immune response, so it doesn't actually.
Well, yeah, but this is a lot of maybe. What I'm saying here is,
well, I'm
it's
I'm
a weird
saying on the grounds
conversation.
that if you're saying that the disease would be that any diseases in your wound would be accelerated, then surely, like, why would the white blood cells of all things be exempt?
white blood cells don't need to be accelerated metabolically. They need to be accelerated, like, speed-wise. Metabolically, if you accelerate a metabolic process, that's different to accelerating their actual, like, fucking movement speed. So,
Okay, fine. Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
The white
now.
blood cells need to travel there and do all of this, that, and the other. They just need to boom, multiply, boom, multiply, boom, multiply.
Well,
like
if it's a
things
virus, it can't multiply without, like it doesn't
Yeah,
have
it
metabolic
would have to-
processes to begin with.
We'd have to go jump, cell.
It has to jump more cells. So virus is fine. If it's bacterial, then yeah, okay, we've got some grounds.
Like, those guys love
But
binary
these are
fishing.
questions that we don't really have
we
the
don't
answers
really
to
have-
because it's not concerned with
It's
that.
not really important. It's just funny because it's just a funny thing of saying, like, we're having this conversation with him over how he's going to, like, make a new spell to do this, that, and the other. But all I'm saying is,
I think in terms of
he's still trying to basically gather up a reason
yeah,
for learning point kill,
yeah.
which is still, like, you can't really have point kill.
The point kill's the problem, but I think if we're just, like, stepping back from it for a second, what we're supposed to get from this is that he wants to be a doctor, he thinks learning necromancy might help, and it has stigma associated with it, but he's still going to try and learn it because he wants to potentially make a difference.
Like, he's a very ethically unscrupulous individual of, like, science is everything.
I mean, learning the point kill thing,
Animate
honestly,
corpse too, though.
If you take away point kill and animate corpse, then I think he's a much more palatable character.
Well, yeah, but then he just has mend wounds and revive.
Which means he shouldn't have any
Which
stigma
literally just means
associated with
he
the job.
knows simple healing spells. He knows the defib spell, and he knows the mend wounds spell.
It's kind of an impasse, isn't it? Because
But,
if you
you know.
don't make him learn anything sus, then... If you don't make him learn anything sus, then there shouldn't be any stigma. But if you do make him learn sus things, well, they're sus
Like-
for a reason.
All I'm saying is he needs a very good reason to think that this could have an effect.
Oh, you mean like he saw it happen, or he thought he saw it happen kind of thing?
Or, like, in history there was
someone who...
might have done
Oh,
something. You know.
like, well, this legend of this person who
Yeah.
just came back from the dead, and, it's
it's
like,
like,
oh,
oh, well,
maybe I
yeah.
can replicate that.
You know, if you have that, then at least there's some sort of grounding of, I really do need to know these spells in particular because I think I can recreate that, and
Yeah.
maybe I can work out what spell they used, and you know how,
I think we
worked.
have to take
But-
away point kill either way.
Yeah, you have to take away point kill.
Animate corpse maybe because he's like, oh well, this is a method of bringing
Yeah.
someone back from the dead.
If there's like animate corpse and there's
Maybe
this
this is
thing where
part of it.
an animated corpse kept living on and stuff,
Mm.
then maybe you can be like, okay, but having necrotic blight and animate corpse
That would actually
on
be a
basically,
really interesting like thing to do.
I mean, yeah, it would
Because
be
like you
some
could have
sort
him
of-
being like, imagine that, you know, people who die in accidents, we
Yeah.
could just bring them back. We could stop people from dying in accidents at all.
Yeah.
And you know, Tyrion or Celeste's like, bro, that's
getting a very well.
I mean,
But-
should we really do that? Because like, aren't you worried about any sort of slippery slope of
Yeah.
like you using that on people who died of diseases or natural causes or anything like that?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, he wouldn't work for that, so it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like, how can you be sure it wouldn't work for that?
You know, him having a more clear
Is it even
through
ethically?
line of here's this. I think I can make a revive spell through these methods. Makes it a lot more palatable, and certainly Tyrion and Celeste should have a little bit of pushback on. Whoa, are you sure that's ethical?
Are you sure it's ethical to just ignore the most fundamental law of nature?
Because
That
like,
being
you know,
dead things don't come back to life.
dead things don't come back to life, and
Like, is
I
that a
mean,
Pandora's box we really want to open?
yeah, you know, like What if you revive someone who's long dead?
Yeah. Would it work on that?
Does that work?
No, it wouldn't work on that.
Did they know what happened?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's one of those things of like, we revive people on the verge of death, and, you know, they might say, oh, I saw something when I died. And it's like, well, that could just be...
are well documented.
You know, that's well documented. That could just be a case of the brain shutting down. It shows you weird shit before it goes. But when, you know, if you actually have someone who's been long dead, and they come back and say, no, dead ass, I've been in heaven for, like, the last 12 years. What are you doing? Why'd you drag me back here? That would be so bizarre.
Yeah.
So
or conversely, the probably not afterlife existence of in the Phoenix Wright series.
Yeah.
On the grounds of Mia.
Yeah. She keeps being like, oh, hi.
Yeah, and the thing is, I forget which case it is, but maybe it is 3-5. But you know, she mentions how memories work as regards being channeled, and it's like you have memories from when you're channeled.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
So when she gets unchanneled, she as far as she's concerned, she's immediately getting channeled in the next case. So it's like, so do you just like, are you not allowed your memories of the afterlife, or is there just not one?
Yeah. So there's
I mean, the weird thing is that confirms a soul.
Yeah.
Like, souls are a thing in Phoenix Wright.
Yep.
And I guess to an extent you have to say they have to go somewhere, don't they? Because like, it's not like Mia just vanishes once and then never comes back. Or maybe her soul hangs around and she just can't... I don't know.
She just can't say. But
different series in the first place.
All I'm trying to say with this is, effectively, there's a lot of ethical questions over this, and you kind of really need him to explain definitively why he thinks this in particular, that these spells will result in something positive. Rather than him basically giving the vague idea of, oh, well, one of these spells might have something that could possibly make people live longer. Why would you think that? That doesn't really give me much of a reason to go, oh yeah, I really see why you've learnt point kill now.
Yeah.
Like, you've got an incredibly dangerous power there, and your explanation for it was effectively, well, maybe I can work out how to do something with this.
Yeah.
What?
In fact, actually, if you did explain it with the whole, I learnt necrotic blight because I thought, like, what if you can just kill diseases?
Kill disease particularly.
Like we know that diseases are diseases are like microbes entering your body. So what if I could develop a version that just kills the microbes?
Yeah, and then I'd be like,
okay, well, it's kind of weird he's got point kill, but like he's using it as a stepping stone.
But we don't even know if they know about microbes.
Yeah. So again, world building question we haven't got answered yet.
You know, all we have right now is just kind of this shot in the dark of, he thinks that learning these clearly very heinous spells might do something good eventually.
Imagine like there was a, you know, it would be weird for us, but imagine if we had imagine there was like, you know, limb recovering spell, and it's kind of a little stigmatized, and he learns it.
Yeah.
I don't know why it'd be stigmatized. Maybe your limb comes back purple or some shit.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. Maybe there's just some kind of actually, have the Corin Bloomvale book actually. You know, the villains use it for evil somehow. I don't know how you'd do it, but I'm just coming up with like some potential ideas here for how you could make. What's this guy called again? Wallace. Make Wallace's character make a little bit more sense, in a sense.
Yeah, I think his character makes. I think his character is pretty consistent. I think it makes sense, but like, I don't think.
But why point kill?
I think he's too intensely like, I'm just completely unscrupulous. I'll use whatever I need to further science.
Yeah.
And everyone else is too, okay. Like, whoa, shouldn't we be a bit concerned about
less of a milquetoast and more of a little like, you know, like let's take that. Let's go down that avenue for a second. Yeah. Imagine Wallace Nightgrave as less of a like, you know, scared little milquetoast guy, and more of a, you know, almost pompous kind of like science obsessed maniac who's like, you know, they teach it. they ask him about, you know, why did you let a necrotic blight and animate corpse? And he's like, it's for research. You'll thank me when I develop spells that actually do a damn thing about this disease and that disease and the other disease.
Yeah.
like if he was actually saying things like that, and like,
yeah,
just saying.
He's kind of just the only reason why we're being presented him as like, oh, poor guy. What?
Presented.
Yeah, but the only reason we're thinking that is because he appears to be, you know, weak and
this
and
poor
feeble.
little guy couldn't do it.
Poor guy. But at the end of the day, this is a guy who could kill all of us in the room just by going Blighto, 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 Blighto. That's it. Boom.
Yeah.
Dead.
There's only Tyrion and Celeste there, so it'll be even. It just says Blighto twice. He can do it with both fingers.
Yeah, both fingers. Blighto. Boom. Double kill.
Jeez, that is so scary.
Yeah. So
that is like one of the most scary spells I've ever heard
of. It is
of.
really not the case that he can just wave that away. That's why I was being so anal about that for the last half hour. It's just so dangerous and so ethically like fumbly.
Yeah.
That it's like he needs a damn good reason beyond I think it could help somehow.
Yeah.
I think I can already guess, but how was your relationship with Catherine Bellman?
Ass. After word got out about my spells, Professor Bellwether would always find reasons to punish me. I don't think she liked the thought that I could point kill anyone.
Yeah.
She'd start yelling at me for even the smallest mistakes.
He just starts pointing at people.
Imagine.
She's like, no, stop that!
Whenever I started pointing at people, she was like, "Put your finger down, Nightgrave." I wouldn't kill anyone though.
It's like, come on.
It's like, bro, if you said Blighto by
Yeah.
flipping accident, they'd be dead.
You can't just look diminutive and then be like, oh well, I look diminutive, so I can have a point kill. No. I don't care if you look like.
I have an AK-47 in my backpack and C4 plastered around the whole school and the new codes. I don't know why she was so upset at me all the time.
It's like, come on.
It's like, what? Like, bro, you're a ticking time bomb.
Don't judge books by their cover.
Oh my god, I forgot.
What?
Did we ever mention this before? Mage Blight.
Oh yeah.
If a mage is too hard, they go cyber psycho.
Wait, is that still a thing?
Yeah, they said it in the last part. They said it in
They did
Case
say
1.
it in Case 1 remake, didn't they?
Yeah, in Case 1's remake, like going Magipsycho is a thing.
Magipsycho is a thing.
If you mage too hard, you go Magipsycho, and if you go Magipsycho, like you start, you know, being destructive and crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine you're destructive and crazy, and you have point kill.
If he takes off his coat, are we just gonna see like fucking down his arms a bunch of immunoblockers? Just like.
It was pretty obvious she had it out for the students who didn't come from the noble families, which is weird because she was a commoner.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
She has some sort of personal issues.
I'd wake up each day, scared that she'd notice me in the hallways. I knew how to avoid her and stay out of her way, but sometimes she'd get bored and come looking for me.
She's actively like, yo, where's Wallace Nightgrave?
Where's Wallace Nightgrave? I want to bully him.
I need to bully that guy. Right, I need to go bully him.
I can't believe that after everything she did, she's just gone.
I'm sure you have mixed emotions about what happened.
I honestly don't know how I feel about it, which I guess is mixed emotions.
Yeah, that's mixed emotions.
To be honest, I always wished she would just disappear. But now that it's finally happened, I just feel even more scared. It feels like she's going to come back as a ghost to haunt me.
Aren't you a bit more...
Sad, angry, and scared right now.
I feel I shouldn't... I mean, maybe it's just a bit... Maybe it's a bit much, but like, I feel like, shouldn't he be a bit remorseful that even she died?
The thing is...
Because, like, I mean, you know, who was it that said, oh, I didn't like her or anything, but, like, you know...
I feel like that was
dead.
Valerie or something?
I think it was Valerie or something, or someone like that, but, you know...
Yeah, I didn't like her, but, like... I mean, she didn't deserve to die either.
Like,
yeah, she was just...
It's clear everyone
just
hates
an
her and
ass.
everything, but, like, it's clear everyone hates her, but having the guy who has point kill not actually say, oh, I'd never want her to die, though.
Yeah, I wanted her to disappear, like, but
leave
the school, not be dead.
Make him go, oh, I kind of wish she'd die. But you know, now I'm kind of scared she'll come back and haunt me.
She'll come back and haunt me.
It's like
flipping.
wait,
out.
you don't have a like you don't have that problem. You don't have that feeling of wow, she's actually dead. What the fuck?
I think it's a missed opportunity to make her so vile.
Yeah, definitely.
Like she would have been much more interesting character if the reason she's targeting the commoners is because she's trying to push them.
Yeah.
Like to you know be
the best that
they can be, especially since they get commoners in this setting they have an uphill struggle ahead of them, so they need to be as powerful and as resilient and as knowledgeable as they possibly can.
She shouldn't have been
as a commoner herself.
Yeah.
That would have been the perfect explanation for why, because she only got this far. She only became a professor at the most prestigious university in Wyvengard because of you could have the saying that it was her teacher that did that, or just her being the way that she is, like being really tough and like uncompromising with people.
Yeah, I think it's really weird because a lot of the time, well, actually, there's not many cases at all in Phoenix Wright where sure, in Ace Attorney there'll be a lot of questionable individuals, like case 3-2, and like who get murdered, like the guy who's he was blackmailing, he was already blackmailing not Master Mask, not Master Mask, but
wasn't he actually Master Mask though?
Oh yeah,
what are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, no.
Which guy are you talking about? Are you talking Ronda Light, or are you talking about? Wasn't he blackmailing Ronda Light?
I think he was. He look at me, yeah. So, but he's there was that big like blackmailing thing going on there, and but this is a case that feels honestly like if everyone hated her and no one liked her, we have to uphold the law and everything, but why does everyone hate her?
Yeah, it does come across as a little strange, because usually in murder cases, especially usually there's at least a bit of, well, they shouldn't have died, at least, even if they were an ass. Yeah. It's generally, like, unless you're specifically doing it for that case of, like, oh, wow, you kind of had no choice in the, then you get into, like, because you're doing, like, this icky ethical question of, like, God, should I let this person go? Yeah. Like, what's the right thing to do here? Like, I mean, you can't kill people, but I feel myself like this person was justified. Should I let them be punished for something I feel was morally justified? But in general, if you're not doing that, the person being killed should be, oh, that's a shame this person got killed. Maybe they have some skeletons in the closet, but generally speaking, it shouldn't. Those skeletons shouldn't put them away from, take them away from it being, something of a tragedy that they were killed. Yeah,
it's kind of just the. It's a bit of a weird one, because since everyone thinks they're an ass and everything, it comes across like we have this weird half-hearted attempt to go, oh well, she shouldn't have died though. But anyway, she was a complete arsehole, and it's like, oh, well,
like the worst. She was the worst. She wanted everyone get fired. She hated all the students. She bullied them. She, she was going to kick the nice old professor man out of the principal position.
Yeah, it's just a weird one. I think I'm starting to put things together now.
Are we going to get that thing where it goes dun?
Probably.
Have you figured something out?
Yeah. I need a moment to think through everything.
And on the next text box, boom.
Oh! Prosecution wants to implicate Wallace despite his alibi. They wouldn't have a reason to do this unless the evidence heavily implicated him.
How does the evidence implicate Wallace?
We've learned that Wallace is a necromancer. And he's the only person at the Academy that's capable of high-level necromancy. A rancid smell of necromancy was smelled on the body.
A rancid smell was smelled. You know what this reminds me all of a sudden? This reminds me a little bit of Edgeworth's logic mechanic. Except it's automatic. A witness from the Academy was...
A witness from the Academy was smelled in the hallway.
Smelled in the hallway. A magical trace of necromancy was found on the body.
There's a trace of necromancy on the body.
But instead of... But that lets you put the logic together as you go.
Yeah.
And the reason that works so well is because you have to put... At some point, you do have to put all the logic together. But... If the it won't tell you that now's the time.
Yeah.
You just kind of run out of stuff to look at and think, I can put these together. I can
Reminds
put
me of
these
that
together.
Sherlock game.
Ah, yeah.
The Sherlock games, I should say, but you know.
Like Crimes and Punishments, Devil's
where
Daughter.
where you get those pieces
Chapter
of
1 or
information,
whatever it
and you
was.
have to think, okay, how does this connect to the case? And
Yeah.
then, you know,
And you
all
can
that.
do things incorrectly.
Yeah.
You can do things that are logical but incorrect. So you have to like make sure that everything that none of it actually contradicts with anything else you've found.
Yeah.
And your own like perceptions of the characters and how this person is sus or that person
Yeah.
isn't sus. So I don't think they'd do this, that, or the other. Or, you know, things like that. The logic and the information that isn't there in your logic tree at the end. That means this means they think Wallace used one of his necromancy spells. Even without seeing the traces, it's pretty obvious that magic was used on the body.
Right, there aren't any wounds on it. The autopsy report found no signs of poison or disease. Still know about poison.
Which spell do they think Wallace used?
If I know Prosecutor Steelwind, she probably already has a theory on which spell he might have used. Prosecution will probably argue that Wallace used one of his spells to kill Bellwether. Well, just...
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation. No, despite his reasons, Wallace knew how to use some disturbing spells. That he did. Oh. Oh! Oh, that's a strange thing. The,
Ooh.
The
present box
is still there.
clickable.
So you can still click it.
So, actually, before you click Necrotic Blight, put Prestidigitation on again and go to Necrotic Blight and see if that...
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh, so it clicks, but it doesn't click.
It clicks, but it doesn't click.
Ah, even interesting.
So, yeah, strange. But you get a cool sound.
Oh, it's even randomized a little bit.
Actually, you know what? It kind of sounds like the Koroks when they're walking in Wind Waker. They'll probably say that he used Necrotic Blight.
Ah, that makes sense. Necrotic Blight would have drained the life force from her body.
Bloodstain under the body. This is strange because she wouldn't have been wounded by Necrotic Blight. But that's where the contradiction lies. Let's suppose that Wallace did kill Bellwether using Necrotic Blight. There's something at the crime scene that wouldn't be there if that were true.
What's wrong with the crime scene?
Wallace's body was covered by Wallace.
Wallace's body was covered by Wallace.
Wallace's floor was destroyed before the lockdown.
Wallace's floor was destroyed by Wallace.
I have too much,
Wallace's bloody... Bellwether's employees would...
Bellwether's employees.
Bellwether's employees was destroyed in blood. It's a nice thing, but
Yeah, I don't know. I have too much fun with that. I won't lie.
you can't have too much fun with a game
What?
or something. I don't know.
Okay, what is wrong with the crime scene? Bellwether's body was missing in blood. No, was covered in blood. Necrotic Blight is a spell that doesn't inflict any visible wounds. But that's true. But if that's true, there shouldn't have been any blood at the scene.
But then what really happened?
That's the last piece. If I had to guess, the information we need is being hidden by one of the witnesses who discovered the body.
Valentina!
She's definitely hiding something. Did you notice how she reacted when I asked you to scan the room?
Yeah, she ran away. She didn't even try to be subtle about it.
But the way she reacted, I think she might have been trying to hide herself from your detect magic. Which can only mean there's a magical trace on her.
I wonder what she was trying to hide.
There's only one way to find out. Next time you see her, can you cast detect magic from afar and scan her?
Alright. It's
been a while since we talked to her. Valerie also mentioned that they still had work to do today. She might be back in the Academy's kitchen now.
God, long thingy segment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's get to the trial before we're actually
Yeah.
already an hour in.
All I wanted to say was, but I want to say one more thing, which was just the
Those two are finally gone.
with the well, it's because right now we have to just take a moment to sit back and think. We know that mend wounds, we know that doctors and all of that, we know they use mend wounds, we know they use all of that, the simple necromancy spells, as it were. Now, if that's the case, Arya is a bit of a dumbie, because for some reason she saw a body that obviously had been mend wounds and said, I absolutely have no clue what I'm looking at. And yes, we've already been told that necromancy-based murder thing hasn't happened for 100 years. If that's the case, you're telling me that no one has tried to revive someone who actually just no one's tried to heal a body of someone who is dead already?
Yeah.
Someone dies in an accident, and the doctors get there and they just go, "He's dead." They don't even try anything. Like, what? Because again, you'd get necromancy traces if anyone tried to heal you. Full stop.
Yeah.
So no one in 100 years has tried to heal someone.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, this would be a well-known thing of
some necromancy was used.
was used on the body. I was mend wounds. That's why the body doesn't have its wounds. That would just be seen as a fairly normal thing, I'd think.
I'd have thought.
You tend to see people, you tend to see when people die and resuscitation has been performed on them, they tend to have some rib injuries. They tend to have some injuries in their chest, but that's completely unimportant to the case at hand because, well, the resuscitation failed and they didn't come back. There you go. But that's not going to then make them go, why did this body have some chest injuries? I think this happened before they were dead. It's like, well, no, okay, come on. Lock in, everyone. Resuscitation was performed, didn't go through.
You can tell, apparently you can tell when someone comes back. If someone, wakes up while you're CPRing.
Why? Because they just go like, ah!
Yeah, because they tell you to stop immediately because it hurts like hell.
Stop hitting me.
You're
like,
basically
no.
like punching them in the chest, essentially. Because you're putting a lot of force into it.
I mean, you're trying to get through everything
All
the
the
chest.
ribs,
You're trying to get through everything the chest has to offer to get to the heart to say, yo,
to
heart,
actually
stop
give
pumping.
it some flipping remind it that it's supposed to be moving.
At the end of the day, you're effectively trying to pump for the heart, more or less.
Yeah.
And that's a big meaty sack behind
ribs.
a big ribby rib.
The ribs are strong as hell.
Yeah, I mean, you can get hit by a car and the ribs will go.
Yeah. You'll get fractures.
Yeah,
You'll get cracks.
if you get hit in the right way
they
by
don't
a car,
crumble.
Yeah,
They
the car can
round.
be like "Round," hit you, and then you're just like, oof, ouch.
But
That's they're pretty strong. They can take some serious force.
So yeah, you're getting repeatedly absolutely slammed in the
Yeah.
chest. Of course, that's gonna hurt when you wake up.
Yeah. So, but people have tried to resuscitate. Resuscitation is done very, very, very often on people who, well, at the end of the day, are already corpses.
I guess in a manner of speaking.
In a strange
Are
way.
you only legally dead after it's been 7 minutes since you've?
I suppose, yeah, legally you're
'Cause,
dead.
Because you can come back from your heart stop. You're not dead until your brain's
even then though, 7 minutes people have tried resuscitation on that because you don't just go.
Well,
it's probably
7. Boom.
7
there we go.
boom, we're done. People
Yeah.
try to resuscitate for a
It's
while.
like, oh no, this person's dead. Maybe I can bring them.
Yeah. Especially if it's a loved one or something.
Oh yeah. Oh definitely. Yeah.
You go at that
God's sake.
until you go at that and you go at that and you go at that and it's been an hour and everyone's like, bro.
And the
it's
paramedics
game
are tearing you
Yeah.
off of the
It's
body.
like, no,
now.
it's they're not, they're gone. But it's like, no. That's my friend. That's my friend. You're not going to just say, well, logically they should be dead by now, so I guess
Yeah.
I'll stop.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you're not technically a corpse just because your heart stopped, are you?
Bit of a weird sentence, I suppose, but regardless, what I mean is that...
Now, you're a corpse when you can't be brought back.
Yeah. If there was something as simple as this, if there was something as simple as this, I mean, you know, it's not widespread, like, everyone knows it, but anyone who is a doctor...
Oh, would absolutely
know this.
Yeah.
Like, they've already said that, you know, doctors know
mistake.
basic necromancy magic. That's a known thing. That's a normal thing. Theodore Redmond literally said that, like, with Chest. He said, oh, yeah, all the doctors know necromancy magic. Well, okay. So, every time a doctor gets to the scene, he just makes sure then they're, like, gonna survive if he heals them. In case, you know, he gets in trouble for mend wounds, and then, oh... Or do the police just not investigate accidents? If you make it look like an accident, the police just go, seems an accident to me, and just walk off. They don't even detect magic. Like, they just walk off like, nah, I reckon this was an accident. They've never had suspicious... In 100 years, they've never had a suspicious accident. Like, oh, the wheel of this cart came off. Probably accident. Like,
Probably
you know,
an accident.
Someone's going to have been... Someone... I'd wager a lot of people, really, are going to have had mend wounds done on them, and they're not going to come back.
Yeah.
So they're going to be... So there's going to be a body there. The police will investigate. Since magic is so widespread here, if they think... If the Inquisition come... If there's ever a case with the Inquisition, they'll come, use detect magic, and go, okay, there is definitely necromancy on this body. Then they'd go, okay, this has no wounds, so it was probably mend wounds. Done by the doctor over there. The doctor says he did mend wounds. Okay, enough said, move on. But, yeah.
I can finally get some cleaning done.
We approached the kitchen from afar, making sure that Valentina wouldn't spot us.
I mean, yeah, of course you approached from afar. How else do you approach?
I suppose that's valid, yeah. You can't approach closely, but... Oh, no, you can approach closely.
You can't approach closely. Like, you have to be far away at some point.
But approach closely isn't a weird sentence, is it?
I mean, yeah, that's like you're getting close.
You're getting closer. That's weird. We were pretty far away, but Celeste had the eyes of a hawk. It must have been a skill she picked up from her days as a mercenary.
Days which aren't over, by the way. I am still a mercenary.
How big's the kitchen?
I guess they entered from the cafeteria.
They're just
then.
here, like, oh, in the cafeteria. Detect wounds. Detect wounds? What? Detect
magic.
Detect magic.
Inspect eye or whatever it is.
There she is, Celeste.
Right.
Just don't shout that incantation like you always do.
I know that. Repario Arcanum. What the?
What is it?
There's a trace of magic on her.
Wait, is she the only one who could see that? Or is Valentina just looking down and her skirt's just, like, purple now? She's like, oh, shit!
Judging by that scene, I would say, yeah, it's only Celeste who gets to see it.
I guess so. I knew it, which... Oh, yeah, there you go. I'd hope he'd be able to see... Like, yeah, he said it was far away.
Far
but
away.
I'd hope you'd be able to see a purple glowy.
Yeah.
I knew it. Which school of magic is it?
It's necromancy. There's a trace of necromancy on her.
What?
That's spookier than it needs to be.
That's bizarrely spooky.
Is she gonna be okay? What if the real killer cursed her or something?
Wait.
What's a curse?
Mate, what's a curse? You can put hexes on people.
Yeah. Is that just a thing you can do?
If you cross a river, you instantly die. Is that a curse?
Jesus Christ, that's an insane curse.
It's called being a vampire.
Oh yeah, they can't cross running water.
I still wasn't sure how this fit with everything, but if she was in danger, we were obligated to tell her. For now, let's talk to her and see if she saw who cast the spell on her. If all else fails, we can confront her about the evidence we have.
Oh, it's you two again! Hey, Frank? I just need to repeat what I told them.
Unfortunately for her, she had far more troubling matters to worry about. Wait, I can present Arya. I've been waiting a week to do this. What can you tell me about this, Miss Yanis? Crying.
Actually, that makes
sense, because, yeah, she hasn't been here.
Did they only recently join?
I think they said, yeah, they only recently joined, so that makes sense. Messianus, and besides, when she was in school, they would have been 1 year older than her. Because they are 1 year older than her.
Yeah. Although, when did she go to the school?
I presume at the same age as the other students we see, which is 16, 17.
Yeah, that tracks.
Messianus, there appears to be traces of necromancy on Bellwether's body.
That's because that necromancer killed her, right?
And that's the thing. If that were true, a lot of the evidence we have doesn't make sense. I think someone else cast a spell on the body.
Yeah.
She became even more tense than before. Is it possible you saw someone use magic on Bellwether?
No, definitely not. Come down, that's no voice, they know.
Her thoughts were an open book now. Because she was agitated?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. If I beat her in an argument...
If I beat this witness, maybe she'll tell me something.
If I beat her in an argument, her thoughts might show me what she's hiding. Okay.
Psychological profile done, yay. If I beat her.
That was a bad time to breathe, but I admit that.
Oh, awful time to breathe.
Valentina clearly knew more than she was letting on. She found the body alongside her sister, and she reacted strangely when I mentioned someone may have used magic on the body. What was she hiding? Yes.
Chess pieces.
Valentina Yanis is extremely on edge due to some aspect of the investigation. For whatever reason, she's hiding something that occurred when she and her sister discovered the body. It's clear that she fears the repercussions of what happened. She may respond to even worse threats. Okay. Missy Annis, from the very beginning I've felt like you've been hiding something from us. There's something that you're not telling us about.
What are you talking about? My conscience is clear. I've told you in the nights everything I know. I've got nothing to hide. My testimony was fine.
Do you think the students get pieces of red hair in the food sometimes?
Why?
I don't know, her hair looks pretty unkempt at the bottom, you know?
I guess.
Just like a bit of it falls out and they're just like...
She's wearing a hat thingy. So, yeah.
Yeah, at the back, I guess, yeah.
I hadn't really thought about that.
I mean, no, don't get me wrong, I don't want them to pull the hat over, like, make her look bald or anything, but... You know.
He tried necrotic blight on me to cure my cancer.
No! That's such an out-of-pocket sentence, what the fuck? My conscience
Yeah,
is
you're
clear.
right. I'm sorry.
Emotions contradict their claim. Where did the emotions go?
Yeah, that's kind of mean. But yeah, it is that her emotions is a thought is just good.
Thought contradicts the evidence. Thought contradicts the claim. Emotions contradict the claim.
She's shifty, so she's.
What's the one where the emotions contradict the evidence? Giannis, it's clear to anyone how nervous you are. I can practically see the fear you're emanating right now. I can't. It's clear that you're hiding something from us. Just tell us the truth.
I'd say I were hiding something. Which I'm not, by the way! I don't have to tell you anything. Why should I tell you anything? You're not even with those nights.
Appeal. My client is innocent. By withholding your testimony, you're condemning him to a wrongful conviction. You have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose by telling us what happened. I know you're not the murderer, and I'll make sure you're protected. You've already given your statement to the Inquisition. If the truth comes out, what do you think they'll do when they realise you've lied to them? You've already given your statement to the Inquisition. If the truth comes out, what do you think they'll do when they realise you've lied to them? So, who are you protecting, Miss Iannis?
You talk a big game, but I bet you can't actually prove anything, can you? You keep trying to say that I'm lying to protect someone. I don't know anyone who can use magic. I don't even know any mages, and I definitely don't see anyone use magic on the body.
Oh! You can't hide from the truth from us, Miss Iannis.
What? How do they know?
Boy. You said that you've never even seen a necromancy spell before. If that were true, why is there a trace of necromancy on you?
What? There's a trace of necromancy on me?
Argument 1. What? Shrewd. Wait. What?
successfully win an argument. Maybe it was just recently added.
Okay, maybe. It's just like, what? How does that happen? This isn't the first time we've done that. She seemed genuinely surprised about that. Yeah, I seemed genuinely surprised about that too. Was she unaware that a spell was cast on her? No, if she didn't know, she wouldn't have avoided Celeste back then. There had to be an explanation for that.
This is crazy. Why is there a trace of necromancy on me? Did that guy curse me and am I gonna become a zombie?
That was strange. She seemed genuinely worried. Was she really unaware that a spell was cast on her? No, she ran away when Celeste was going to scan the crime scene for magical traces. Why doesn't Valentina know that the spell was necromancy? She knew that someone used magic on her, but she didn't know the spell cast on her was necromancy. What if? What if? That scared me. The spell
swung during the murder.
The spell cast on Valentina
Killed her.
That would be a great twist. Imagine that. She's dead. She's a zombie. She's just a very, very functional zombie.
Highly functioning zombie.
Healed her. There you
Yeah,
go.
that's why.
Calm down, Miss Ionis. Not all necromancy spells relate to the undead. Healing spells are also from the school of necromancy.
Healing spells? Oh, it was from that time she healed that cut.
Someone healed a cut on her. Was that mage a student here?
Sorry, I just remembered there's something else I have to do. I'll be right back.
Before we could say anything, she just walked quickly out of the room. She seemed to really want to avoid talking about that mage, but why was that?
Hey, we're not done talking to you. Do you want me to just catch her? I'm pretty sure she can't outrun me.
The Inquisition is still patrolling the surrounding areas. They'd probably intervene if we started chasing one of the witnesses.
But we weren't able to learn anything.
Actually, I did learn one thing. She has a friend who cast a healing spell on her.
Really? How did you figure that out?
Good deductive reasoning.
Well, healing magic is also a form of necromancy, right?
Which is totally the wrong way around.
I guess that explains why there are magical traces on her.
As I said before, it's really weird that, like, isn't the first necromancy spell...
Well, he phrased it like the first use of a necromancy spell was an attempt to revive someone. I guess it's not out of the question that, like, an ally of the mages was killed and he tried to use...
Yeah. And they came back like... Ooh.
And it was like, oh, no, that's a zombie. Never mind, this is necromancy, actually. In fact, like, that could explain why
yeah.
it's like, oh, well, this is definitely the necromancy school.
Yeah.
It's a good thing a necromancer isn't actually trying to kill her.
Yeah, because then she'd just get blightoed.
Yeah, she'd just get blinded.
Wait a minute. Why were there traces of necromancy on Bellwether's body?
Wallace
Stabbed Theodore? What is it trying to tell me?
Valentina stabbed Valentina.
Wow.
A mage stabbed Wallace. Wallace stabbed Theodore.
You're running away from yourself.
Valentina ran away from Valentina.
Safe. A mage cast a healing spell on. That's it!
What?
This whole time we've been wondering why there were traces of necromancy on the body. It isn't because someone attacked Bellwether with a necromancy spell. It's because someone used a necromancy spell to try and heal her. I mean, yes, but...
I'm surprised that they never knew that the whole time.
Yeah.
Or, like, suspected it at least.
Yeah, but now we have to just take the big question of... Why is this first trial going to be exclusively us trying to prove what we already know?
Yeah, usually you learn a lot during the trial, especially because of the testimonies that you get from the witnesses.
Like,
and
it's
how
very
you
rare.
contradict
It's
things.
very rare in cases to have to know. You know, you can even know who did it, but not
Yeah.
know how they did it. But this is just a case of, oh, we know why it happened. Well, I'm not going to present that argument in court. Like, Tyrion, just go up to the... Just say, okay, nice argument, Bellwether, but why isn't it just they cast mend wounds on... someone casts mend wounds on her? We already know that there's a lot of students in the academy that know basic level necromancy. That's a thing that's taught at this academy. So, someone cast healing spell on her. Do you have an argument for that? Like, he could just say that, and then Arya has to go, ah, shit. It's because someone cast a necromancy spell to try to heal her.
Oh, I get it. It doesn't matter what type of necromancy spell someone uses. Traces from the same school of magic look exactly the same to me.
It's not just that. Body clearly bled at some point.
Why was there no blood despite there being no wounds on the body? That's kind of
The healing spell was used on the on Bellwether's body.
The healing spell destroyed the wounds on...
There you go.
A weapon destroyed the wounds on.
Maybe.
It is the wounds on, it's just we need... A weapon destroyed the classes on necromancy. If only.
Huh.
The rancid odour emptied the classes on necromancy. Repelled the location of Bellwether's body.
There you go. The healing spell closed
the wounds on Bellwether's body.
That we just did that effectively. That's a little bit too obvious. Like,
oh, it definitely doesn't just accelerate metabolism.
why? Oh, yeah, that's true.
On an injured corpse.
On an injured
There's
corpse.
no metabolic processes to accelerate.
Well, it does say magically, you know.
Yeah, so we're not talking about that. We're talking about magical healing. Of it sees the wound and it closes the wound. Even if the wound is on a corpse.
Let's say magically healed, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's valid. What would happen if someone used a healing spell on an injured corpse?
It would close all of the body's wounds, apparently.
And sadly, or no, not sadly, luckily, it doesn't close any of the other holes.
But the other holes aren't holes, are they? Not really.
No, not really. But imagine.
Like, I
Just
mean,
lose their mouth.
your whole digestive tract is like one long tube.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But your eyes are holes. Your ears are holes. Your nose isn't a hole because it's just going to the same tube.
Yeah.
The tube, the legendary tube. In other words, it would remove any cuts or bruises.
So that's why they couldn't find any wounds on her.
Remember, that's why you should never go. That's why you should always only go cave exploring in a tunnel and not a hole.
What?
Because a hole has an end. There's an end to a hole, but there's an exit on the other side in a tunnel.
Yeah.
Or you could just be like cave divers normally, and they just see a crack in the floor and go, ooh. Do you think when cave divers die, do you reckon that when cave divers die, God rebirths them as one of those flowers that like breaks apart the concrete on the like pavement?
What?
You know, there's those like dandelions that always get into the crack in the pavement and start flowering in the middle of the road. Do you think God rebirths them as that?
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe that's if they've been a good little cave diver.
Interrogating Valentina might have been a dead end, but at least it helped you figure that out.
I'm not sure that was a dead end.
What makes you say that?
Do you think it was a tunnel? Why would she go to so much trouble to hide those traces on her? It's too coincidental. The wounds on the body were healed by an unknown person. The person who found the body is hiding the identity of a healing spell cast on her. What if they're the same person? That should give us the opportunity to find out for sure.
Yeah, she's definitely on to us.
We've done everything we could for now. We had plenty of evidence to poke holes in the prosecution's case. If that didn't work, we'd just have to drag Valentina onto the stand and pull the truth out of her. She clearly knew more than she was letting on. She wouldn't be able to run in a courtroom. Oh!
I'm telling you, that girl used magic to scan me!
Huh?
Calm down, we don't even know who they are. Didn't you see them, Val? Those two are unreasonably attractive! What?
Huh?
Okay, but what does that mean? They have to be nobles or something.
Okay, are we calling everyone that we saw in the nobility unreasonably attractive?
Wait,
like,
these two
including
think
William
commoners
Frager,
they think
the
that,
flipping like rat guy, whatever his name was.
so they think
Von Sanctus or
nobles
something?
are exclusively attractive and the commoners are ugly. She's dissing Jan.
Yeah, that is kind of mean, honestly.
Commoners don't look that good.
Directly.
She just said it plain. What the hell?
Tina, calm down. What if they find out what you did? They can't prove anything. The Inquisition already has our alibi.
Alibi? What, has he just been standing there in the corner?
What? Oh, it's just you, Jan.
What are you two talking about? I heard someone dissing me.
Well, we were just talking about those two investigators. They're so weird, right? Like, why are they so attractive?
This is so weird. Like, I don't know. Why is she so dead set on this?
Damn, they're so hot or something. Why do you keep mentioning
I think she
that?
might be fancying a three-way. Investigators? Oh, you mean that blonde kid and the girl with the sword?
They talked to you, didn't they?
Yeah, they asked me a bunch of questions. I think they're investigating Bellwether's murder.
What did you tell them?
Not much. Saw Bellwether a bit before you two found the body, so they wanted to know if I saw anything.
Did you see anything?
No idea, I just told them about how she shoved me before you two discovered the body. After that, the guy just kept going on about getting to the truth and finding the other suspects.
Okay, Lord, I think I'm gonna be sick.
She's so gonna be sick, she had 2 ellipses.
Yeah, damn.
Seemed really interested when I told him Bellwether was gonna fire us.
What? Why would you tell them about that?
Oh, well, suppose it makes any difference, right? Bellwether gone, I'm pretty sure we'll just see a few more paychecks before they fire us. Valentina cursed under her breath. Or is this God? I don't know.
Damn it all, that's probably what they're thinking too.
You okay? You don't look so good.
Just go away, Jan, don't you have work to do?
Don't remind me.
By the way, I made you lunch. It's on the front counter in the kitchen.
Thanks. Your lifesaver, Valerie.
They have our motive, Val. They have our motive and they're gonna find out what we did.
What?
So they're the killers.
So they're the killers. They're in
Oh,
private and she's just like, yo, they know.
They have our motive.
They have our motive.
Not
they have our motive.
Our motive. They have our motive.
Oh no, they know why we killed her. Like, you don't say they know why we killed her. You'd say they think they know why we killed her.
Yeah.
Or something like that. You wouldn't just say, they know.
See, this is playing coy a little bit with, like, it's playing fast and loose with how this should actually go. On the grounds that, hey, we want to make it a little less obvious. We want to make it a little more like, oh, did they do it? We want to bait and switch you, red herring it up, you know? Okay, sure, fine. But don't lie to me, you know? You don't know that. Why did Jan have to go blabbing about Bellwether's plan to those two? Why do you keep making meals for him? He doesn't even do anything!
What?
Dude, look around you! Have you seen a speck of dust?
What? I'm just gonna come out and say it. I have to run a 2-person kitchen every meal to feed these pampered kids.
All of a sudden, Valentina thinks she's, you know, big dog out here.
He just lazes around and complains about his job.
That's literally what you do.
Yeah.
That is literally what you are doing.
Tina, he's overworked. Like hell he's overworked. Every time I see him, he's either napping or barely working. Have you been around the campus? Have you ever seen it dirty?
Yeah, I mean, look around.
Finally, she's putting some respect on his name.
No, but he's the only custodian on staff, and the school board won't let the headmaster hire more. He barely has enough time to sleep. Why do you think he's so tired all of the time? Scaled Lord, I'm really sorry. Are we really gonna be okay? Everything's going to be fine. We just need to do our best and keep our stories straight. Have you been able to get into the library lately? No, the knights are patrolling around it. It's really hoping we could get one last study session for you before they fire us. Yeah, it's too bad. So she does know that she's a mage.
She knows she's a mage, but she also doesn't know that she learned necromancy.
She didn't know that healing was necromancy.
She was just like, what
sister never told her.
She was just like, what are you learning? And she was like, a spell.
I'm learning a spell.
It was time for the trial, and my heart was thundering against my chest like a drum. Luckily, I'd been reading about some meditative techniques after what happened last time. Just needed to take deep breaths and relax. Breathed in, I breathed out. I breathed in.
Hi, Tyrion.
Hasn't she been there the whole time?
No.
Ah, Celeste! Don't sneak up on me like that!
Are your nerves acting up again?
Why do people keep sneaking up on each other in this? It's like the hello there, Lysithia, from Three Hopes. You know the hey,
Hi.
hi. This looks like a wonderful time to do a support. It's like what?
Come on, it's not as if this is your first time defending someone.
No, it's just my second time.
It's too bad Ruby couldn't make it. I'd say that you should calm down for Wallace's sake, but... there are so many people here!
He's literally hallucinating.
Come on, man. And they're all looking at me. Your eyes are prying into me like a pack of flesh-eating maggots! Ew.
I need you to calm down. I was just making Wallace more nervous. No. Don't worry, Wallace. Our investigation revealed a lot of weaknesses in the prosecution's case.
I actually like that line, and I wish there would have been more of it.
What?
I wish his vocabulary would have been a lot more, like, death-themed.
Oh, yeah.
Like, their eyes are prying into me like daggers, right?
Yeah.
No, a pack of flesh-eating maggots. You know, that's very death imagery.
I mean, yeah, there's something to be said for, like, Ace Attorney always had very themed characters.
Yeah.
Just a bit of fun, you know? You know, you've got, like, oh, this guy's all, you know, you got Luke at me, he's all,
But, like, I'm just saying that would work well for the whole, you know, the rumours and people saying that he's a necromancer. If he's going around, like, talking like a necromancer.
like a necromancer, yeah. We have a strong case for your acquittal. That's just fact.
Okay.
Actually, that was true. I really had nothing to worry about.
See, you can be confident when you want to be.
I'm fine with him being nervous and everything. And
yeah. Well, I think that's just
case,
fine.
that's fine.
Second case, like you said, second case. And I'm even willing to throw a pass on the whole the fact that this isn't your first case though. No, it's my second case because they did that at the start of the trial as well. At the start of the case.
Yeah. Court is now in session for the trial of Wallace Nightgrave.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honour.
The defence is also ready. Very well. Prosecutor Steelwind, could you please list the charges?
Mr. Nightgrave is a second-year student. Oh. Okay.
So 15.
He joined when he was 15. And also that implies that you're there for at least 2 years.
Yep.
Mr. Nightgrave is a second-year student at the Wyvern Imperial Academy. He is charged with first-degree murder, negligent misuse of the arcane arts, and illegal practice of advanced necromancy.
Are we doing all of those?
Whoa, hold on a second. Did you notice that just then?
What?
The third one. Illegal practice of advanced necromancy. That implies that learning it actually isn't illegal.
Yeah, that is weird.
Not illegal learning of the advanced necromancy.
That is weird, because, again, you know, it was said that it was learning it, but I guess it's practicing it.
If it was illegal, maybe practicing includes learning it, which maybe I would prefer if they like explicitly said. But the bottom line of this is that those first two charges we're absolutely fighting. The third one we can't.
Yeah,
we can't fight that third one because he has that shit in his compendium.
We're cooked on that one. Necromancer. You mean to tell me that the defendant is a necromancer?
I can't believe it! A necromancer in this day and age!
In 2026? That's crazy.
In the year of our scaled lord, 340 something was it, maybe?
How could the kingdom allow this to happen? Objection! He just objected to the gallery.
Shut up!
Shut up! Your Honor, I would like to remind the court that they are obligated to judge my client objectively. Of course, but one can easily see it from the list of charges. Necromancy plays a large role in the charges.
Indeed, the crime occurred within the academy this morning. The victim is Catherine Bellwether, a professor at the school. Though there were no witnesses to the crime, traces of necromancy were detected on the body. Furthermore, the autopsy report shows that the body has no physical wounds. Necromancy is the only type of magic that can harm an individual without physically wounding them. That's big.
Yeah.
That's bigger than you realise.
That's really big. Wow. What do you know?
Every other type of magic will leave some physical wounds, which does make sense. I mean, even the freezy one?
Freezy one, that freezes you.
That would freeze you, and that is a visible wound.
Yep.
Like, we can tell that. Additionally, an alchemist report shows no sign of poison or disease. Okay, so it's the alchemists doing the poisoning and stuff. So why doesn't he want to be an alchemist?
Why doesn't he want to be an alchemist?
And what's a doctor?
Yeah,
what's a doctor if the alchemists are the ones dealing with poison and disease?
Yeah, that's really true. How are doctors and alchemists separated? Are they like surgeons and GPs or something? You have like your GP and that's an alchemist, and then like the doctor is like the guy who does the surgery. And, actually gets the scrubs on and goes, oh, give me a second heart, put that in. There you go, Time Lord.
Excellent. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Just tape a second heart to my first heart. If I wouldn't want a pacemaker, I just want a second heart.
I don't think it works like that.
Fair.
One could only conclude that a necromancer had committed the crime.
I see.
As many of you know, the practice of advanced necromancy is outlawed in the Kingdom of Wyvengard. And nowhere else, even though there's no magic anywhere else. Or there is magic everywhere else, though.
Yeah, there is magic everywhere else, it's just, like, rarer?
Ah, well, there's nothing wrong with that phrasing, ultimately, is there?
Ultimately, it's fine phrasing, because she's just hammering home the point.
Under English law, this is outlawed. She's just saying that. Aside from the defendant, no other students had learned advanced necrotic magic. As such, the defendant was the only mage in the building capable of committing the murder.
I see. That is certainly compelling evidence.
To properly present our case, the prosecution would like to call Commander Orrin White to the stand.
He's going to be looking at her. No, he's not. Never mind.
Commander White, please testify to the court about the Inquisition's findings.
Hey, he did it in the second text box, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny, because, like she said, she investigated all that, so, funnily enough,
just like,
he's a proxy in this case.
Started when the City Watch got a call from the Imperial Academy. Someone was attacked and the whole building was put on lockdown. Set up a perimeter around the area and waited for the lockdown system to deactivate. We finally got into the building. The prosecutor personally inspected the body and detected traces of necromancy on it. No cuts or bruises on the body either. Entire body was clean. Those two pieces of evidence, we concluded that it could only be the necromancer kid that did it.
Inquisition's testimony was just as I'd expected. I'd already found it identified the holes in Steelwind's case. All I had to do was find the hole in the commander's testimony. Mr. Cuthbert, you may begin your cross-examination. What am I doing? What? Let's do some pressing. What time did this call come in?
A little after 3 p.m. It was a few minutes after the murder was discovered.
Right, I remember that I was around... that was around the time the lockdown occurred. 3 p.m, what do you know?
Set up a perimeter around the area and waited for the lockdown system to deactivate.
Lockdown couldn't be ended manually, so they must have been forced to wait for an hour until it was lifted. How secure was this perimeter? Is it possible that someone slipped past you?
The Inquisition was working in conjunction with the City Watch and the King's Guard. With that many soldiers at the scene, it's very unlikely that anyone escaped unnoticed.
That made sense. Better or for worse, the kingdom must have acted quickly to protect the building filled with children of every noble family. I think it's just for better.
That is for better. Like, bloody hell, mate. They are children?
You said children.
You said
right?
children. Like, yeah, they're children of the nobility, but they're children.
They are children.
You kind of...
They didn't do nothing
come
wrong.
on, you You gotta protect a building filled with kids. It's a building filled with kids.
Don't matter if they're rich, poor, black, white, whatever. Just, it's their kids. Save the kids.
Yeah. Like that, they are synonymous with innocence because they haven't done anything yet.
Yep, they haven't done anything. They can't do anything yet.
Since they haven't done anything yet, they can't have done anything wrong yet.
Bro, what think about the children?
Will no one think about the children just because they're nobles?
Nobody.
For better or for worse.
Lucio Steelman right now. There's children.
3 children for me to throw meteors at.
Wait, there's more children there. Oh, meteor. Why did the prosecutor inspect the body instead of the Inquisition?
Well,
Objection!
That's weird. It went over to her to object
Yeah.
instead of like just objection and then going over. How I chose to lead the investigation is irrelevant to the proceedings. Or would you like to insinuate that I'm not as competent as Commander White?
It's not a question of your competency, Steelwind. I just found your actions to be bizarre given how you usually work.
while the court admits that the prosecutor's actions are unorthodox, we find the presence of a necromancer to be an unorthodox situation. I see no reason to question the prosecutor's actions.
I find it weird that we're questioning whether he said, hold on, this isn't how you usually work. And in the last case, she literally did this exact same thing. The one case he knows her from, she did the same thing halfway through. Maybe she's just finally cracked and gone like, nope, I'm not ever trusting Orym ever again.
Thank you, Your Honor.
How carefully was the body checked? Perhaps the prosecution missed something like a small puncture wound. But you think she got shot?
The coroner couldn't find even the smallest cut, bruise, or fracture on the body. Furthermore, the alchemist's report showed no signs of poison or disease.
Bro's in the wrong line of work. Why is he doing all this necromancy to try and find something to cure a poison or disease? He said, oh, I could cure terminal diseases with necromancy. Alchemy.
Yeah,
Bro's like,
doing alchemy.
I'm gonna save all of the endangered species on the planet. And then he becomes like a physicist. It's like, that's the wrong job. Become a biologist, damn it.
Yeah.
You're in the wrong line of work.
The necromancy spell had obfuscated the post-mortem divination. I spared no expense to verify the cause of death through other means. Means that I won't be divulging, sadly.
That made sense.
If someone who'd used mend wounds on the body would have healed even the most minor of injuries. So how do I prove that someone healed the body?
And the prosecution believes that my client used necrotic blood.
Yep, and it's the only way the crime scene would make any sense. Necrotic blood. I'm afraid I've never heard of this spell before.
It's better you don't, so you just can sleep at night.
Necrotic light is a spell that drains the life force from its target. When used on a living human, it makes their bodily functions cease. The body dies soon after.
I see.
What a horrible smell!
A commoner should never have been allowed to learn something like that. Correct.
No one should be ever allowed to learn something like that. I thought there'd be more protection against children learning this.
Correct.
Well, this spell compendium really wasn't doing him any favours.
There really is a large stigma against necromancers, isn't there?
Rightfully so.
Hey, Tyrion. Blyto. You're dead.
Whoops, no more Tyrion.
It's not... There's a very rightful stigma against point kill.
And I want to reiterate, you can, like... If we're talking about protections, there doesn't seem to be any protection around learning this thing, which you can learn in probably days or weeks.
Fellas out here saying the least controversial thing ever.
Yeah.
Like, I thought there'd be more protection. Like, bro's saying, hang on, a 4-year-old with a semi-automatic?
Imagine that. We're not talking about a gun here. We're talking about something way more destructive than a gun.
Yep.
We're talking like just to make this to make the gun comparison work. We're talking about a teenage kid getting a gun, an infinite ammo gun. No wait, an infinite ammo, invisible gun permanently attached to both their hands.
And not just a gun, insta-kill gun, because you can get shot and not die.
Yes.
You can't with Blyto. It's 100% kill rate.
So we're talking about an 100% kill rate, infinite ammo, invisible gun, permanently attached to both of your hands.
Yep.
That is way, way, way worse than anything we've ever made yet.
Yep.
At least in terms of, like, concealability.
Yeah,
And-
I mean, it's
and
infinitely
utility.
concealable.
There's no ammo requirement. There's no like you have to conceal
You'd
it
have to
behind
have-
your like. back
You'd have to
or
have
something.
spell compendium checks everywhere just for
Yeah.
society to function.
Yeah. So yeah, and the funny thing is, there are protections against anyone learning this. It's called the fact that it's legal, or rather that it's illegal.
Yeah.
And honestly, Theodore should be going.
Theodore
down
should definitely
for
be going down
teaching
for teaching it. That's crazy. That's some crazy business.
We already collected a lot of evidence after investigating the crime scene. We already know that the Inquisition's theory contradicts one of the clues that we found.
Right, all I have to do is present that contradiction to the court.
Body was clean.
I do feel like people
No.
would be rightly horrified if there was a way to attach.
Successfully complete a cross-examination. Look at that.
Okay, so it is definitely now the case that
Yeah.
they added those achievements.
They added
afterwards.
achievements in. Now we get Dulu.
But yeah.
That makes it look like we only just started this. This is episode 6.
Yeah. Of case 2. We're doing case 2. It's episode 6.
Commander White, it appears you've neglected to mention one key detail of the crime scene.
Yeah? What's that?
During your testimony, you said the entire body was clean. I will admit that there weren't any wounds on the body. However, the body was certainly not clean. At the scene of the crime, there was a large pool of blood located where the body was. This blood had to have come from the victim's body. It was certainly not clean like the commander testified. I'm sorry, Mr. Cuthbert, but I fail to see the significance of this. I'd like to remind the court of the prosecution's case against my client. They're accusing him of murdering a victim using necrotic blight, a spell which would have not physically wounded the victim. So why was there any blood at all?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The fact still stands, there were no wounds on the body, nor were there any reports of poison or disease on the autopsy.
How does she not know about this? That was she's just lying to us.
She's
straight up.
just, it feels more like, because there are clearly a magical elements in this case. It feels like she's deliberately withholding this, which goes against her character, honestly.
Yeah, because she said, oh, well, we want to find the truth and everything. Like, what? She thinks she's warming us up here or something? She's just like, oh, let's just do this weird ring around rather than just immediately presenting, okay, I think he did it because of this.
How funny would it be if the case started with that whole...
Tyrion just goes, I don't know.
Imagine how funny it would be if the case started with Tyrion being like, oh yeah, well, she's gonna say that he used Blyto.
Yeah.
And then we can nail her on the fact that, you know, like,
Yeah.
there's blood and it's going to be great. And then she just comes out and goes, well, as you can see, there's no wounds, but there's blood. So what I think happened was the victim was stabbed and then mend wounds was used on her. I don't know why, maybe because of out of regret or maybe to try and cover it up. But either way, the only person who knows any necromancy here is Wallace Nightgrave, so it has to have been him.
Objection! The school teaches basic level necromancy.
Wait, does it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Theodore literally said that. I swear. I swear Theodore said, oh, well, yeah, doctors and it's even taught in the school basic
If
level
that's the
necromancy.
case, if basic level necromancy is the case, we suddenly have an entire school's
Yeah.
worth of suspects.
Literally anyone could do this case.
could have done this now.
And she's just out here like...
But we're going
"Oh,
to go on treating it like, well, that other person who
Yeah.
healed Valentina's, cut,
Yeah,
it could have been that person too.
yeah.
That's what we're going to go on to say. Instead of it being like, oh, well, there's all of them too.
And I would actually honestly say that even were it to be the case that it wasn't like directly stated that that necromancy is taught in this school, unless it was explicitly stated that it is not taught in this school, the implication I think would still be there that it is taught in this school.
How come?
It's a prestigious academy, the most in Wyvern God. And
yeah.
doctors, he did state all of them know that. Where are the doctors going to get it? If, you can learn something in Cambridge. If you can't learn it in Cambridge, you're not going to learn it in,
That's true. That's very
Yorkshire
true.
graduate something, right? Like you're gonna learn it in
The Quality Learning Centre.
Yeah, you're not learning it in the Quality Learning Centre. You're learning it in Cambridge. So, I'd say by that merit, you should really drill it into the reader's head if it is the case that it's not taught there, because otherwise, everyone here knows mend wounds.
Yeah.
She probably knows mend wounds because she went to the university.
Shit, you're right.
She's just forgetting she knows it. Catherine Bellwether was bleeding profusely at some point. How else would there be a bloodstain on the body? Do you have an explanation for that, Miss Steelwind?
No, I'll admit the prosecution doesn't have an explanation for that. I've never heard of mend wounds in my life.
Never heard of mend wounds. Great.
And while I do find the circumstances questionable, all other evidence clearly points to the defendant. Which spell would leave a trace of necromancy? So tell me, Mr. Cuthbert, if the victim wasn't killed with necromancy, why was there a trace of it on the body?
I'm glad you asked. And the text is still in front of me. I'd like to present a spell that could have left a trace of necromancy on the body. I find the lighting the lighting thing isn't here. Like, you know how it sometimes gets dark because there's a filter on? I find it so weird how inconsistent it is. Like, not to be rude, but I genuinely
Have we mentioned that
every
before?
time. What?
Have we ever, deeped that before? Would you go back into the menu and look at the runestone? Magical runestone that allows you to take pictures of crime scenes and write notes telepathically.
Oh, telepathically?
Yeah, telepathically. Telepathy's a thing in this, verse.
Telepathy isn't magical.
Oh yeah, it's artificial.
That's artificial.
Artificiary.
Wait.
I think we've mentioned this before now that... Oh, magical runes. But...
Fella, I thought you said you weren't a mage!
But...
Why is it magical? I thought it was artificiary. What? Mend wounds? Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that a healing
Dude,
spell?
how does no one know this?
How did they manage to say healing spell?
This is significantly improved. This case is significantly improved by referring to the school as the healing school, and then having the characters be like, "What do you mean, necromancy? But what do you mean it's in the same school as healing?"
Yeah.
Like,
It should be called It should be called the healing school, because at the end of the day, these people keep referring to healing spells, but they never say healing school. So, if the judge wanted to refer to the healing school, would he actually say healing school, or would he just say that school that contains healing? Because none of them have ever referred to the healing school like that's what people commonly refer to it as, but like originally it was called the necromancy school or something. No, they just keep saying, oh yeah, healing spell in that school of magic.
yup.
That's correct, Your Honour. Spells from the School of Necromancy can control the forces of death and life. Mend Wounds is in fact a necromancy spell. Really now? I wasn't aware of this. Now I'd like the court to consider the following. What would happen if Bellwether was wounded and someone attempted to heal her using Mend Wounds? All of her wounds would disappear from the body. I see, that does make sense.
Do you think I'm that incompetent, Mr. Cuthbert? Well, I was. The thing was, I was trying to be kind to you by saying that you were incompetent instead of morally inconsistent.
Yeah.
Frankly, I'm a little insulted.
You should be more than a little insulted.
I think the insult should be towards the fact that now we have to accept the fact that your character is less scrupulous than it was before.
Yeah.
You have willingly willingly withheld facts about the case to score an easy victory. That's early Edgeworth behaviour.
Yep. And your waffles are kind of burnt here at the bottom. What?
The Inquisition is well aware of what happens when a mage attempts to save a victim using Mend Wounds.
So you just admitted. Arya, what are you doing?
What is going on, bro?
Have you woken up, Arya? You know,
Switch on.
Switch on. Come on, lock in, Arya. Like, are you awake?
What? Traces of necromancy on the body? We haven't seen this for 100 years. We know damn
we know
well
damn
what
well this
happens
happens all the
when
time.
Bro.
This happens every day. No. It doesn't happen every day. Pick one. Either does or doesn't.
Yeah. Healers that arrived at the scene already. Oh, now
The
there's
healers or doctors?
Okay, so what's a doctor
Healers,
versus
doctors,
a
or
doctor?
alchemists?
What's a healer versus a doctor versus an alchemist?
Are they a
let's
coroner
go-
or not?
Huh? Who's
Are they
the coroner?
Are they the coroner or not?
Well, the coroner seems to be the alchemist.
Well, I mean,
she was saying
she's
that
effectively
got a toxicology report from the alchemist.
She's going like, so the paramedics have told us this, this, that, and the other. Here's the autopsy report from the paramedics. Anyway, the coroner tried to perform CPR on them, but it didn't work. So, and it's like, what's going on?
Healers.
Are they healers, doctors, or alchemists? And are all of these the same thing or not? Because I don't know what healers means, but doctors and alchemists have been very clearly separated into these guys do diseases and like poisons. These guys do wounds and like actual physical injuries. Not to say that poison and all of that isn't physical, but you know they do like you got stabbed. Here's a healing spell.
Yeah.
These guys do you've been poisoned. I know that you can like deal with nightshade if you do this, that, and the other.
They'd be incredible first responders, wouldn't they? These men-ass people.
Yeah.
Like, you just wounds a person and then bam, like, that's it.
Yeah,
First,
is that like...
You just go men-ass at someone.
Is that, you know, is that it? And again, if that's the case, why is Wallace doing this? Why is Wallace so dead set that he thinks that the field of physics will perform a breakthrough on endangered species? Biochemistry will not have a breakthrough due to physics. Like, come on.
Yeah, if she said the doctors, we wouldn't have had a problem with that, would we? Like, we have...
Great first responders.
None of them attempted to...
Amazing first
Sorry,
responders.
did I read the whole previous sentence? Let's do that for the
did.
people listening to it as a podcast. The healers that arrived at the scene already confirmed that the victim was long dead. None of them attempted to heal her.
Wow, they just went in and went, pulse? Nope, dead.
No pulse.
No pulse, she dead.
Well, I mean, would you start doing CPR on someone who'd clearly been there for like?
I mean, no. If she'd clearly been there for a while, then I just find it funny that none of them attempted to heal her.
Like, if the blood's already dried up,
if the blood's
there,
already
you're probably
dried up,
thinking,
yeah,
well, it's probably
there's little
probably
we
a
can do
bit
for
late for that.
her. There's little we can do for her, but well, none of them attempted to heal her, so they walked in and there was blood around the body and she had no visible wounds, and they just went, yeah, she's dead.
Yeah, she's dead.
Like, they didn't even try and check anything. They were just like, oh, she's cooked. Well, what if someone tried to heal her and didn't report it?
Please, none of the healers would have anything to gain by doing so. In fact, as a necromancer, the defendant could have easily carried out the described scenario.
So, how would that make him the murderer?
He could have cast men wounds on the victim after murdering her to confound the investigation.
By making him the only person that could have done it. Because apparently he's the only person here who knows necromancy.
Basic necromancy.
Amazing idea there, Arya. Just... wow. Your deductive reasoning is just... poof.
Like, yeah, to a sense it would help, but like that would only help you in the way that it helps obfuscate what the murder weapon actually was.
Yeah, but it doesn't obfuscate who did it, so it's just...
Yeah,
like,
it really doesn't. Unless everyone knows basic necromancy.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know what... This doesn't even make sense. Arya's just pulling it, like, random shit now. End of the day, the burden of proof was on us. No, it isn't! No, the burden of proof is definitely on her in this case. It's definitely on her. She's just throwing shit at the wall and then saying, I don't know, prove I didn't do it. But if I could prove someone else healed the body, I would sever the only thread linking Wallace to the murder. Whoever this healer was, Valentina definitely knew her. And all of a sudden, again, no one in this prestigious school knows how to be a doctor. What? Your Honor, I will admit that I don't have any evidence to support my theory. However, I do believe that we can bring it to light. There may have been two people that witnessed someone cast magic on the body. Valentina and Valerie Iannis, the sisters who discovered the body.
This is nonsense. We've already questioned those two witnesses extensively. If they had witnessed something like that, it would have come up in their testimony.
If that's true, then the courts have nothing to lose by listening to their testimony.
Very well. If you're so confident, let's hear her testimony.
Testimony?
Yeah, testimony.
I just the testimony. Testimony. Testimony.
Testimony. Take a shot every time you say testimony.
Literally.
Their testimony. Their testimonies. Their testimony.
It's just 3 lines where they said testimony.
Testimony.
Seems the prosecution has no objections. This
Oh,
line of
excuse
questioning,
me, I've
if
got
this
the
line of
hiccups.
questioning leads nowhere, however, I see
Tiger Woods.
no further reason to prolong this trial. Of course, Your Honor.
Oh crap! It's that guy from the vault! What? He's the necromancer's lawyer?
She just arrived at the scene. The stand, not the scene. She just arrived in the scene. She was already stressed out. That'd work in my favour.
Witness, please state your name and occupation for the court. My name? Witness, there's no need to be so nervous. We merely want to hear about what you saw on the day of the murder. Right, it's just that guy over there. Are you talking about Mr. Cuthbert? Did this man harass you, Witness?
Wait a minute.
Yeah! He super harassed me!
Mr. Cuthbert, I would expect someone of your profession to behave more professionally. You could hear Celeste snickering under her breath.
Dude, this is dead serious, Celeste!
Celeste, I'm going to catch a molestation charge here. You're enjoying this far too much.
Like, do they not care? Is there not going to be an inquiry or
No,
anything?
they're just like, oh.
Yeah, he was harassing
Harassment
me.
isn't a thing. Harassment isn't a crime in this. You can just harass people and get away with it. Anyways, please state your name and occupation for the court, Miss Yanis.
Just calm down, he can't prove anything. My name is Valentini Yanis. I'm the head chef at the Wyvern Guard Imperial Academy.
Really? At such a young age?
As I recall, you were one of the witnesses who discovered the body. Apparently the defence finds your involvement suspect.
This is like a thing I haven't said, but I just thought I'd mention randomly now. But you know how when in the outshots we see when we have like the zoomed out shot, we can see that the witness is put below the judge.
Yeah. What's wrong with
Which
that?
kind of means that the judge either has to be leaning over to see them down there, or he's just guessing at what they're doing down there.
Why does it matter? Like, what they're doing, all he needs to do is hear.
Well, no, but what I mean is where he sometimes makes comments about what, like, them fidgeting or something, and then I'm just like, how the fuck do you know? Is there a mirror?
You know what, let's see it next time we get one of those, and also the judge, because I think the judge is, like, our camera is placed in such a way that when the judge is facing forward, he's like, it looks like he's looking up a bit, but he's just facing forward.
Or is he just looking at a
So,
mirror
like,
on
when the
scene?
ones where he's looking at the camera, he's actually looking down, is what I mean.
Oh, maybe. It's just at such a young age, I feel like, did he do that on hearing? He was just like,
Well,
this
one,
woman
she'd sound young, and
sounds
two,
young.
she'd see him walk. He'd see her walk through the doors. Yeah.
Guess so.
Rest assured, Miss Yanis, in this courtroom you will be protected from Mr. Cuthbert's harassment.
Ugh. His sweat, his sweat was on his eye there. It looked like he cried a little tear.
I'm being slandered. Now please testify to the court on what happened that day. Yeah.
Don't worry, Tyrion. You could always get her for a defamation lawsuit after this.
Yes. Let's go. I was walking with my sister in the West Wing when we noticed something in a nearby classroom. We looked over to see what it was. That's when we saw Miss Bellwether bleeding on the ground. My sister tried her best to help her, but the professor had already lost a lot of blood. While my sister did that, I used an emergency communication device to call for help. But it was too late. By the time her bleeding stopped, she'd already lost too much blood. If your theory's true, that means she just lied in her testimony. She's holding something back.
She definitely saw more than she was letting on. Just need to prove that somehow. Mr. Cuthbert, you may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination.
Cross-examination.
Where were you two coming from?
We came from the kitchen. We were taking a break after the lunch rush.
Cafeteria was on the west side of the academy, so that made sense.
What did you see in the classroom, Miss Yanis?
Did you notice anything else strange in the lecture hall?
Yeah, there was that terrible smell. It was awful. I almost couldn't see because of how much I was tearing up.
God, I really want to know what that's like now. That must have been absolutely awful, rancid.
Secretly, Theodore didn't actually have any alchemy stuff here. This was just his bucket under the bed.
Oh, what?
This is just his bucket under the bed that he had from last night.
Bro, that's awful.
And he was like, oh, oops. And then he dropped it, and that's why it lingered.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He dropped it, shattered, and boom. The floorboards smell of piss. Makes sense. Aside from Bellwether, that smell was the most notable thing in the room. Would have been hard to notice anything else. She tried to help her. Miss Yanis, how exactly did your sister try to help Miss Bellwether?
What? I slipped up! Oh, my sister used first aid to try to stop the bleeding. Huh?
In a world with mend wounds, people still have first aid?
I guess for the commoners and people who can't cast magic,
yeah.
you'd still need, like, first aid kits and the like.
Yeah.
Rather than just going,
Well, I'm not a mage, so...
I'm not a mage, so you're just gonna have to wait until trauma team get here, I'm not gonna lie. I won't lie, you're just gonna wait, you're gonna sit there and wait for Menace to be used on you. I see. Could you please add that detail to your testimony?
Yeah, sure.
She used first aid and applied pressure to her wound to stop the bleeding. Your sister knows how to use a first aid kit. Oh.
So there's actually first aid kits?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was covered in our training when we first started working here.
One of those, like, green things, you know? The green boxes.
All the nobles around, I guess the headmaster wanted to make sure we were prepared.
With all the children around. With all the children around. Guys. Alright, Valentina, I know you guys dislike nobles and everything, but these are children. Calm it.
Also, that is just him being a good headmaster.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't he want his charges?
Be safe.
They're paying him,
Yeah.
not just to teach them, but
Keep
to
them
provide
safe.
a safe environment for them to learn.
Yeah, absolutely. A device. She has a teleprompter.
It's a communication device for use in an emergency.
I see. So, who did you contact?
I wasn't sure, honestly. I could hear a lot of people talking on the other end.
That particular device broadcasts to the headmaster's office in the City Watch barracks. I imagine that's why the headmaster was able to activate the lockdown so quickly.
I see. So, you could just hear the City Watch barracks. Just going out their daily business.
I guess so.
See, that must have been a difficult experience for the both of you.
It was especially hard on my sister. I think she blames herself for not being able to save her.
She seemed sincere when she said that. Didn't catch any dissonant thoughts through her eye either.
Honestly, her testimony makes a lot of sense. It's hard to figure out which parts she might be lying about.
There has to be a contradiction somewhere.
Your theory is that Valentina saw someone use men wounds on Bellwether. She focused on the statements that describe how they both interacted with her.
Yes.
That was a little bit hinty.
Bit hinty. Who discovered the body? I mean, I guess it's just, you know. Is it just this, the autopsy report of just, oh, you know. I'd assume it is. Can't think of anything else that would be more appropriate, really, at this juncture, so I think it is the autopsy report.
Objection!
Witness, what is the meaning of this?
What? Why are you objecting when he objected?
I made her object.
Why are you looking at me like that?
He just went, objection! And then looked Arya dead in the eyes and went, go on. Go on. What do you have to say?
It'd be so funny if, like, that made her object instead. Like, wouldn't that make a cool moment?
What? made it controlling Arya?
Well, no, you present. But, like, the implication being she worked it out at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, Celeste's like, damn, she jumped the gun on you there. Like, she stole your thunder a bit. And he's like, well, I mean, who cares? That's exactly what I was going to say anyway.
Maybe I can elaborate, Miss Yanis. You weren't present in the gallery earlier, were you?
No, I was waiting in the lobby. Lady Steelwind told me to wait there.
Prosecutor Steelwind.
People disrespect her with that. They don't care. I considered myself lucky. And this wouldn't have been nearly as easy if Valentina had seen my cross-examination of Orim. You see, Miss Yanis, one key element of the case is that the body didn't have any wounds on it. Also, I don't think they're allowed to sit in the gallery if they're, a witness or anything, because then they'd know what... Then you'd have to play coy in the actual, like... You'd have to play coy with the witnesses in case there's another witness watching, and you don't want to give any information away, like, oh, well, we might have found something similar to a knife near the body, and then you're just, and then the other witness goes down, and they're like, I mean, well, I saw the knife put near the body, and then you catch them out, you're like, ha! You were in the gallery, weren't you? Well, the knife wasn't near the body. The knife was in the garden. And it's like, oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, so?
So that begs the following question. How did Valerie apply first aid when there shouldn't have been any wounds on the body? She put a plaster on it.
What? Oh no, did I screw up? I put a sort of wound on her. What happened?
There's clearly something amiss here. I'm afraid I don't fully understand the implications of this. You're accusing the witness of committing perjury, Mr. Cuthbert. Now, I'm accusing the witness of being a dumbass, considering that she previously stated she knew she thought, oh, that must have been when she healed me.
Yeah.
How does she not know that there's not going to be wounds on the body when she saw Valerie heal her? What?
Wait, what is her thought process here, actually, now that I think about it?
She gets healed from, like, a cut or something, and then she's like, oh, Valerie heals it. Boom, it instantly closes over and everything. So, fair enough. Then she goes in with Valerie to see Bellwether's body, and she says, oh, damn. Valerie's like, I'm going to heal her using the heal spell. She uses the heal spell. All the wounds close over, and she's like, I'm going to say you used first aid. What?
Are you accusing the witness of committing perjury, Mr. Cuthbert? When someone lied, they kept it as close to the truth as possible while changing minute details. In her thoughts, Valentina said that she was sure she saw a wound on Bellwether.
She was sure she saw a wound on... Wait.
She was sure she saw a wound on Bellwether.
In her thoughts, Valentina said she was sure she saw a wound on Bellwether. That is really
such a
hard.
tongue twister.
She was sure she was sure she saw.
She was sure she saw.
Actually.
She was sure she saw.
She was sure
I
she
really
saw.
like that.
That is a tongue twister. She was sure she saw what she was sure she saw what she was sure she saw.
She also mentioned that Valerie was the one who tried to save the professor. I knew that someone had cast healing magic on the body. That was why the wounds had disappeared. The wounds disappeared after the twins discovered the body. That could only mean one thing.
She sells seashells by the seesaw.
Whoops.
She saw.
The witness was lying, Your Honor, but not about everything. Valerie Yanis did try to save the victim's life by addressing her wounds. But she didn't use first aid, she used magic.
What? How did he figure it out?
Yeah, I see what you mean. I'm sorry, Mr. Cuthbert. Your theory is completely flawed.
How so, Steelwind?
Well, it's quite simple. We've already verified that neither of the sisters is a mage.
What? Wait, how can you be so sure?
During the investigation, we had both the Yanis sisters attuned to a spell compendium. Standard procedure for the Inquisition when interviewing witnesses.
Then that means
Neither of the Yana sisters could attune to a compendium.
That's right. The Inquisition checked us both.
Now, what? There was one thing I was going to say, which was about the spell compendia, which didn't Tyrion say, "Oh, well, I didn't attune to a spell compendium or anything." I know he assumed that. Oh, well, what's it called? I know he said that the Eye of Horus was going to be a spell, so I should have tuned to that, but I didn't. But is it the case that a mage who doesn't have a spell can get attuned to a spell compendium or not? Is it the case that a mage can attune to a spell compendium despite not having a single spell known? Because we know there's a latent ability. A commoner who tries his entire life to learn a single spell will never learn a single spell. But someone who is magically inclined, no matter if they leave it until the day before their death, and they go, "Oh, I want to learn this spell," and they learn that spell, boom, they have it in their spell compendium.
For one thing, don't we know that it updates?
It updates in real time.
It updates in real time, so I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes, because Arya phrased that as neither of them could attune to a spell compendium. So my guess is that they had an untuned spell compendium, and if you give that to a non-mage and it doesn't attune in 10 minutes, well, then that person must not be a mage. But if they are a mage, then it'll attune, which means it can't attune to anyone else. It'll just be empty until they learn a spell, and at which point it'll automatically update, showing the spell.
So in that case, Valentina should attune.
Why?
Because she is identical twins with her sister.
And
we know
magic is hereditary.
That was said by the narrator. In that scene where we definitely weren't Tyrion, we were just a disembodied thing. That's I've got to say, if you don't know a spell, it has to be the case that it doesn't work. It just doesn't attune to you. Spell compendia have nothing to do with magical ability. It's about knowing a spell.
So you have to know a spell, and then it can attune.
Then that would be fixed. But if that's the case, then that's a bit
We're not mages. That was close.
Was I wrong about Valerie being a mage? No, that can't be right.
She just said that was close.
Yeah, that can be right.
How did he figure it out?
Yes, that happened 5 seconds ago. Even by OGS standards, that was quite a terse time. Her thoughts said, "How did he figure it out?" That meant I was on the right track. Valerie had to be the mage I was looking for. Celeste, is it possible for a mage to hold a spell compendium and avoid attuning to it?
No, it just needs to be on their person. When I was arrested, the Inquisition also made me attune to one of their spell compendia. Oh, never mind. The plural is compendiums. They were really careful to make sure that I did the attunement correctly. There's no way a mage could avoid it with them watching you.
Right. Commander White may have been negligent sometimes, but even he wasn't that careless.
Now, if you're done, I do believe you've exhausted all your options.
Wait, I'm not done cross-examining his witness! Oops.
What could you possibly hope to glean from her testimony?
Aha! You didn't yawn with me. That means you're a psychopath. Or was it the other way around? Valentina was stressed out enough to see her thoughts. I couldn't exactly say that I was planning to read her mind. And at this point, I felt that I was already testing the judge's patience. There's one key element of her testimony that the court is overlooking. I have a right as an attorney to complete any cross-examination.
Your Honour, the defence is clearly trying to buy time.
I might be compelled to agree with you.
Yeah, he's filibustering. He's filibustering.
However, I'll also admit that some elements of the witness's testimony are quite peculiar. We'll allow the defence to continue their cross-examination. That was close. I know that this is your last chance, Mr. Cuthbert. If you produce nothing substantial with your questioning, I will pass my verdict. Of course, Your Honour. Wait, Your Honour, this makes no sense.
Why?
We've already established that literally anyone who is a doctor could just heal her. And this witness just said the murder had happened and there was, wounds on the body. Therefore, there must have been a very large span of time between the murder happening and the body being healed.
And the judge is just out here like, oh, I don't know, seems like a you problem.
What?
Right, it was all or nothing. Couldn't find anything by reading her mind. This whole case was finished.
Haha, it's finished.
Witness, please give your testimony once more.
Does he plan to keep me up here? Like I said, my sister and I saw Miss Bellwether bleeding on the ground. We rushed over to her. I was definitely surprised when I saw her like that. Now that you mention it, I don't know if I saw any wounds on her, but I definitely saw blood. Can't go back now. My sister tried to save her, but she didn't use any magic. Valerie, you're too kind-hearted. We're not mages. Both of us held that book the knights gave us. I was caught off guard when he asked us. They almost found us out. The commander was watching us the whole time. He can confirm it. It's a good thing we're twins, or else that trick wouldn't have worked. What are we going to do? They have pretty hard proof that Valerie isn't a mage.
Valerie is the mage we're looking for, I'm sure of it. Just not sure why they felt the need to lie to the Inquisition. More importantly, how did they trick the Inquisition? I think I know the reason. She's not registered.
Yeah.
That's a serious crime in Rivengard. A very serious crime.
That matched the details of her previous testimony. There was nothing suspicious here, but I had no reason to doubt this. Sounds like you're just backtracking on your previous testimony.
I'm not. I just assumed she was wounded because of all the blood. How was I supposed to know she didn't have any wounds? There was so much blood!
Thoughts implied that she was lying, but her logic was sound. Should look at the thoughts that appeared during her other statements. If Valerie wasn't the one who closed her wounds, how did she try to help her?
I don't know. She might have been looking for an open wound to apply first aid to.
If we assume that you're telling the truth, there wouldn't be any wounds to find. Grant would have already closed them to confound the investigation.
I'm telling you, I don't know!
She's pleading ignorance of what happened. They almost found out. I can assume that this book was an unattuned spell compendium.
Yes, the Inquisition has several of them. It's standard procedure to have witnesses attuned to them.
Doesn't the kingdom require that mages register? Why don't you just cross-reference those records with witnesses' names?
For whatever reason, many mages among the common folk avoid registering with the kingdom. As a result, many of them choose to hide their abilities.
Illegally.
Illegally.
It was a good thing that they're twins. Which, apparently, if many of them are doing that, that's even more reason why the common folk should just be inundated with random mages.
Yeah.
Did you pull some kind of trick to deceive the Inquisition while attuning Messianos?
Oh, of course not! We know the lying to the Inquisition would get us in trouble. Why would either of us take a risk like that?
Living as an unregistered mage is a serious crime.
Oh,
Yay.
that's a crime, a serious
Yeah,
crime.
look at that. We're in sync. If Valerie was a mage, then you'd have been charged with fraud right there and then and there.
Oh, it's fraud.
It's fraud.
Fraud.
It's fraud.
It's a type of fraud.
Wow.
Yeah, but we already proved we're not mages.
Yeah, I seem to differ, but I'd need something else to convince the court. Needed to think through this. This wasn't a normal cross-examination. Only all of her thoughts were suspicious and contrary to her testimony. What I needed to do was find the thought that gave me a thread to pull on. In this case, I would need to find the thought that implied how the tricked the commander. The twins tricked the commander, sorry. Once I found that, I could interpret it without the need for evidence.
Objection!
Objection! Messianos, your thoughts betray you.
What?
Found the thought. Must have done something to trick Oren, but what? Must have happened when he was interrogating.
Orem collected their statements.
How are they holding up? Imagine they'd be rattled after discovering a body.
From what he said, they were extremely tense, but I suppose that's to be expected. He told me they couldn't sit still. He found it difficult to take their statements because of that.
Couldn't sit still. Implied they were moving somehow. She also thought it would be a good thing. She also thought it was a good thing that they were twins. means their so-called trick wouldn't have worked otherwise.
Maybe.
Wallace healed from the wounds of Orim.
There you go.
Valentina healed the wounds of Orim.
They just blackmailed him.
Orim hid from Orim.
That's a bit sad.
Maybe.
What is it? Valentina switched places with... I was nearly completely on... Of course, they switched places. Valentina attuned to the first spell compendium, then she pretended to be Valerie to attune to the second one. They even wear the same uniform. No wonder Commander White couldn't tell the difference between them. Miss Yanis, there's something I want to confirm. During the investigation, both you and Valerie attuned to a spell compendium.
Yeah, that night watched us do it.
And how did he have you do this? Did you both attune to those compendia at the same time? Or did you attune to one after the other?
What? I fail to see how that makes any difference, Mr. Cuthbert.
Yes, I agree. Spell compendia work regardless of which order they went in.
I may not be aware of this, Your Honour, but Valentina and Valerie are identical twins, which means their physical appearances are nearly identical to each other. They also work in the same kitchen, which means that they must have been wearing the same uniform during questioning. If Commander White didn't have them attuned at the same time, what would stop the twins from switching places with each other?
This is clearly nothing but baseless conjecture. Orin wouldn't fail at such a basic task.
Really, Prosecutor Steelwind? I find it hard to believe that Commander White would fail a task like this.
Even so, the gift of magic is inherited through bloodlines. For a pair of genetically identical twins, it would be impossible for one twin to be a mage while the other is not.
Correct. Has that been proven, Steelwind? Yep, God said it. I know that she doesn't know that, but I know that God said that.
Yeah.
Because as far as I'm concerned, that is baseless conjecture. Did you just say, why couldn't the... Did you just say, has it been proven that the real killer couldn't have just phase shifted through the wall?
Yes, because that's impossible.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, that's baseless conjecture from you.
It's like, what
like-
are you talking about?
No,
bro?
it's happened throughout history every single time. We know this is a thing. And actually, the texts that you really should be following, the religious texts, state this. So effectively, this is a known fact.
Yeah.
I don't know why Tyrion's acting like, no, bro, just trust me. Trust me, I have an idea, therefore the laws of physics don't work. What?
Wait a minute, this is crazy. We didn't trick the Inquisition. I keep telling you, my sister and I aren't mages.
Then prove it, Missy Annis. Bring in your sister and we'll have you attuned to two spell compendia at the same time.
No.
Order in the court! It's clear that we won't get anywhere unless we test the defense's theory. Bailiff, escort Valerie Yanis to the stand and bring two unattuned spell compendia.
Both had their hands on those compendiums for the last 10 minutes. There's no way they can fake it in front of this many people.
Right, it was a moment of truth. I can only hope that my theory is correct.
No, did he seriously?
I don't know if that'll come up on the stream, but she did the jittery thing again.
Yeah, I think it probably will.
What is it, Prosecutor Sealwind?
What I see is the commander seeking new employment in the near future. It appears the defense was correct. Valentina Yanis isn't a mage, but Valerie Yanis is. This goes against all known laws of biology.
Yep.
What's more, Valerie Yanis' compendium contains the Mend Wounds spell, which makes the defense's theory entirely plausible. Please, just allow me to explain. We should allow you to explain what exactly? You're an unregistered mage, and you and your sister have made a mess of the investigation and this trial? How do you know what it's like, Lady Steelwind? What? Do you think we don't know who you are?
She is the son of that... Son? What? She
Son
is the
of
daughter... she is the son of that... her mother's that dude. What? No.
What? Her
She
father is the
she
psycho.
She is the daughter of that very well-known and prolific
Murder hobo?
murder hobo, yeah. Serial killer. Mass murderer.
Yeah.
Technically not terrorist, because he's sanctioned by the king.
You're not like us. You don't have to hide.
You don't have to hide.
You don't have to either. Just go and register.
Register.
Just go register as a mage.
Go register. Say, hey, I just learnt mend wounds. Turns out I'm a mage. I'm registering.
Yeah,
Okay.
literally just register as a mage.
That's it.
Like, unless they're going to say shortly that it's difficult and or expensive to register,
Yeah.
just register. What's the problem?
Yep. They said Celeste
There is
did
no
it just fine.
stigma around commoners knowing magic. This is proven by the fact that the most prestigious university
Yep. Allows that.
allows plenty of commoners. It's not just
Bellwether
Eris.
is just weird.
It's not just Eris. It's not just Wallace. He mentions that she bullied all the commoners.
Yeah. Bellwether is just really
She was
weird.
especially
She just
harsh
does
on the
that.
ones who weren't of noble birth. So there is no stigma around commoners knowing magic, other than the fact that
Yep.
they're then thought of as bastard children of nobles.
Yeah.
But it's okay. This whole situation has gotten out of hand. I don't think hiding it would cause so much trouble, but I won't let someone go to prison because of me.
You'll be out of prison though.
Even if he is a necromancer. Please let me testify about what I saw. I'll tell you all what really happened that day.
Your Honor, I believe we may all benefit from hearing Miss Iannis' testimony. Very well, but understand that there will be repercussions for your actions.
See, like, that's him looking forwards.
Oh, I see.
He's not like, eh? He's like,
Oh, I see what you mean now.
I know. Why didn't you just register?
Yeah, you could have registered and just like
Why didn't you do it?
all of this would have gone away.
My sister and I were walking in the hallway from the kitchen to the west exit. That's when I suddenly spotted the professor lying in a pool of blood in a nearby classroom.
Objection! Where the fuck is the exit?
The west exit of the kitchen. Walking in the hallway from the kitchen to the west exit.
They were walking in the hallway. Oh, sorry. Oh. They were walking in the hallway. So not they were walking
From
in the
the
kitchen
kitchen.
hallway.
Oh, walking in the hallway from the kitchen to the west exit. You gotta press that statement. You gotta press that goddamn statement.
I've been there. There's only a window.
It's just a window. Oh yeah, actually.
I've literally seen that room. There's just a window. There's no exit.
A window's an exit if you try hard enough.
What?
Valentina used a communication device to call for help once I tried to save her. I saw that she was bleeding, so I cast mend wounds on her to close her wounds. But it was too late. I closed the hole in her chest, but she was already dead.
There's a hole in her chest.
There's a hole in her chest.
There was a hole in her chest?
Yeah, wow.
There was a hole in her chest?
I see.
There was a hole in her chest?
I think there was a hole in the chest. Yeah, I see what you mean about him looking forward when he's doing the up and then he's looking down. I can see that, yeah.
Your Honor, as you can clearly see from the witness's testimony, the trace of necromancy was left by the witness, not my client. What's more, it's clear that there was a physical wound on the body. I see, well, his words trailed off. Billy didn't want to pass a verdict.
It's really hard to tell from here, but if you look up at those things, they're angled.
They are angled.
So
this
we
is
are looking from
down,
the bottom.
Yeah, this is angled.
Yeah, that's angled
because
too.
we can see that.
So he is like leaning over when he's doing this one.
But he had no choice. But he had no choice.
The case against Wallace was predicated on Bellwether being killed with necrotic blight. So in other words, you know, Arya was just having us on for some reason.
Yeah, not cool.
Because she decided, no one would mend wounds her. What?
With Valerie's testimony, the prosecution didn't have a shred of evidence implicating him. Very well. The court sees no reason to prolong this trial. With these new developments, the court has no choice but to find Wallace Nightgrave...
Objection!
Sound like an atomic bomb.
Flipping heck.
Like, wow, the 3 bombs dropped on me.
I believe the court is ignoring one key detail of the witness's testimony.
And what would that be, Miss Steelwood?
The presence of a west exit?
Let's re-examine the witness's testimony. Which we just saw.
So,
Valentina used a communication device to call for help while I tried to save her. I saw that she was bleeding, so I cast Mend Wounds on her to close her wounds, but it was too late. I closed the hole in her chest, but she was already dead. The communication device that Valentina Yanis used logs the time of day during each use, or something. From this log, we know that Valentina used the device at 3:04 p.m. Oh, use was right.
Yeah. So 1 hour and 3 minutes exactly.
This was an hour after the time of death.
Where are you going with this?
Mr. Cuthbert, there was a witness who saw the victim before the body was found, Jan Hughes. He, along with another witness, spotted Bellwether walking in the hallways before the body was found.
I was cleaning the holes. Bellwether knocked over a vase and there were shards of dirt everywhere.
And Bright just went, boom, clean.
Wait, you saw the professor before the twins arrived?
He's a clean mage.
Yeah, like I said, she broke the vase right in the hallway. It's probably 20 or 30 minutes before the twins found the body.
20 to 30 minutes before the body was found. Do you see the discrepancy, Mr. Cuthbert?
Might be an accessory.
Yeah, necessary.
Wait, that couldn't be right. Bellwether died more than an hour before the body was found. So, how did Jan see her half an hour after her death?
I wonder, Mr. Cuthbert, I said, reading his mind. How could one make a dead body move and walk around?
No.
We didn't just arrest the defendant based on those traces of necromancy. We arrested him because only one person in that school could have animated a corpse.
Now we know she's backpedaling. She's like, no.
No,
We
that's
arrested him 'cause
why.
this. Nah, we are not dead created within the Imperial Academy.
How reprehensible!
That's ridiculous. She had a hole in her chest when the twins found her. Jan Hughes would have noticed that.
Animate corpse stops the flow of blood, so she wouldn't have tracked blood anywhere. The defendant is also proficient with illusion magic. He could have easily used an illusion spell to hide the undead Bellwether's wounds.
But another party could have easily used illusion magic to disguise themselves as the victim.
If that were true, how did they move the body into the classroom?
Miss Steelwind, if your theory is true, it would mean that the murder occurred elsewhere. The Inquisition happened to know where.
Regrettably, we do not.
And the prosecution's case against my client is still faulty. Can't convict my client without more evidence. Must agree with Mr. Cuthbert. These new developments, the court sees it fit to suspend the trial for the time being. We'll give the Inquisition time to investigate these unknowns. So did she do that cross-examination?
Yep, she just did that cross-examination for us.
Because, yeah, we didn't do that cross-examination.
We got testimony, but no cross-examination.
We never got to press on the west exit.
Yeah.
Court proceedings for this case will resume tomorrow morning. Court is adjourned.
I can't believe that it doesn't, like, make you save between sections like that.
I can't believe we're on the OGS channel and actually got an entire
Trial segment.
done.
Trial segments are way faster because there's a lot less to talk about because it's a lot
True.
just like logic. It's not talking about the story so much.
Yeah.
Especially trial ones. Trial ones are usually like, okay, here's the facts of the case. Here's why the case is really weird. Here's some mysteries. Go sink your teeth into it in the second half. Hey, you feeling okay?
Body was seen moving around an hour after death. Well, half an hour. It clearly wasn't Bellwether. At the very least, she wasn't
No, it
alive
was
when
more
Jack-
than an hour.
No, it was 3:04 that they found her, and we know she died at 2:01. So,
Yeah.
and Jan saw her at 2:30.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I thought it was after that. 3:03, 3:30.
So what was it?
Tyrion?
Steelwind was right about one thing. There was illusion magic involved. Funnily enough, I find it strange that this is a case that actually we can already prove that was not the case.
Go on. Oh, the dead cannot speak.
The dead cannot speak, and Jan said specifically, the dead. She spoke to me.
Oh, and if you go into the menu again, the other thing is illusion magic. She was like, oh, he's also proficient in illusion magic. Yeah, he has one spell.
Yeah.
They're purely visual. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about being able to make them speak.
Yeah. So it couldn't be it couldn't have been minor illusion, because then he would have had to imitate Bellwether's voice to a degree that Jan thought that was Bellwether, and it couldn't have been an actual undead because she can't speak. So, funnily enough, we already will have the evidence to do that. But yeah. Which spell was it? Could it have been illusionary disguise?
Tyrion!
Ah, what?
You've been pacing around the lobby since the trial ended.
Sorry, I was just thinking about Steelman's theory.
Also, you ignored me twice, so I had to shout.
Yeah.
It's a little creepy when you think about it. Do you really think someone turned the professor into an undead?
No, I don't think so. The prosecution's case is hinged on one key point, that Wallace was the only high-level necromancer nearby. We have to assume he's the only person capable of using that type of magic.
But then how is she walking around?
I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. So given that Wallace didn't animate the body, no matter what they did, someone had to have used an illusion.
Aren't there spells that can create freestanding illusions, not just disguises?
Funnily enough, we could have done that section and then had it end off with Arcane Construct. With, oh well, the voice line can be changed to, the voices of Catherine Bellwether, and he just used illusionary disguise on it.
Yeah, that would also work.
Then it would have, then that would have actually been, oh. But then of course you could just say, well, objection. That doesn't mean that Wallace Nightgrave could have done it. That doesn't necessarily mean that Wallace Nightgrave had to have done it, because anyone with illusionary disguise could have done the crime. And then we could have gone, oh, well, yeah, kind of 50-50 on whether or not he did it, so... I honestly don't know. We just need to talk to someone who knows about that type of magic. Didn't Eris say that she was studying illusion magic? She might be able to give us a lead.
Is that really a good idea?
What do you mean?
What if she's the one who created the illusion?
What? I was detecting fear from her again, but the Eye of Horus wasn't. Celeste, are you afraid of Eris?
What? No.
I saw it this morning too. You always get really anxious whenever she's around.
Oh, I didn't mean to be so obvious about it.
That should be the writers to us. What's wrong?
Sorry, it's not based on anything real, but... how do I explain this? You already know that I was working as a mercenary before this. When you do that kind of work, you build up an instinct to sense danger. You kind of have to if you want to stay alive.
Sorry, I never knew.
Tyrion, I've fought literal monsters and barely escaped with my life. But when I'm near Eris, none of those creatures even come close. But when I'm near Eris, none of any of those creatures even come close. None of those creatures even come close.
What?
None of those creatures even come close.
So, yeah. Would you take 3 bears and 10,000 rats, or one of these?
3 bears, 10,000 rats. They don't come close to that.
Yeah, I'd fight 3 bears and 10,000 rats, being absolutely honest with you.
I get this feeling it's like I'm in front of a predator I could never hope to beat. Every instinct I have tells me to run when she's close by.
Really? But she doesn't seem that dangerous. Just a little mischievous. I mean, not mischievous, mischievous.
Baller.
I know, I think maybe I'm just anxious or something. I should know better than anyone not to judge people by how they look. Sorry, forget I said anything. If you think we should talk to her, then we should do that.
Celeste's instincts have never steered me wrong before. She's always been reliable.
Bro, this is explicitly the second case.
Yeah.
If he wasn't saying, if they didn't make those 2 gags about this being literally the second case, then you can imagine some cases off screen, like you kind of can in Phoenix, right? Sometimes.
Yeah.
Like there's some time skips, so maybe there's like a few cases that go on here and there.
She'd always been reliable, and if Eris was making her feel this way, that must have meant something. It's all the more reason for us to talk to her. Aside from that, there's also something else the prosecutor said. Whoa!
Mr. Cuthbert, there was a witness who saw the victim before the body was found. Jan Hughes. He, along with another witness, spotted Bellwether walking in the hallways before she died.
Sorry.
No, before the body was found.
There was another witness who saw Bellwether walking around.
Right. Jan probably isn't the most reliable witness. You know, the funny thing is, she could have brought that up at any time.
Yeah.
And in fact, it would have been a much more, like, difficult nut to crack. Because, you know, he's like, oh, well, there's someone else who knows men's wounds. But, like, who the hell else knows, animate corpse?
Yep. He was probably only half awake when he saw her. So
But
peak.
do you think Steelwind will tell us who that witness was?
We still have to have that to deal with her. What? We still have that deal with her. There we go. We won't lose anything by asking.
Do we still have a deal? I thought that was, like, done when we finished, like, talking there.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's still bothering me.
What is?
Why was she interested in who my biological parents are? It's none of her business.
That was strange. She traded information about the investigation for it too. Maybe she thinks you're her long-lost sister.
Oh, I never even thought of that. I don't know. Wouldn't that mean I'm the daughter of Lucio Steelwind? I think my dad would have thrown a fit if he ever heard that.
I think anyone would have thrown a fit, really. A bit like, oh my god.
Holy shit!
Holy shit, you're Satan's baby.
Lucio Steelwind! We gotta get out of here and hide that before he finds out.
We are pretty good at fighting.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Guess I'll carry it. I always wished I had a sister. But I don't want to think about this right now.
You can ask her when you're at a brunch you strong-armed her into. I was like, strong. I saw strong.
Isn't that usually with a hyphen?
That's usually with a hyphen, so.
Strong-armed.
I was like, that's definitely German.
Strong-armed.
I was like, that's definitely a German word right there. And no one but the Germans do some weird, like, you know, G shit halfway through a word. It was just, no, strong-armed.
Can't believe I'm going to meet Althera's Duskweaver!
Anyways, we still had a long investigation ahead of us. It's another anyways. That's starting to ramp up. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
We need to start by talking to Steelwind about that witness. Now we can save. That's the official end of the court segment.
Val, you're back!
We back on this.
Back on the Valentina bullshit.
Are they the protagonists now of something?
They're the main characters of Case 2. What's the produce for tonight's dinner? Where's the produce?
Valerie's just out here like, oh, I'm gonna catch such a bad charge for this fraud case, man. Oh,
perjury, fraud.
Yeah, she's
The
good.
grocers all said someone already collected the deliveries. I think someone stole them. I bet word about the trial has got out already. They're definitely not going to sell to us anymore.
Word about the trial's already gotten out. Damn.
That just happened.
That just happened. I'm pretty sure you're under oath not to say anything.
She said tonight's dinner, so like we're in the afternoon.
Yeah. Don't worry. Word
She's
definitely
like,
hasn't gone
where's
out.
the produce for tonight's dinner? Not the where's the produce for dinner.
Yeah.
Where's the produce for right now? Tonight hasn't happened yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's the afternoon.
It's the afternoon.
We did the case in the morning.
Bet
Word travels bloody fast in Wyvern God, doesn't it?
Yeah, the Inquisition that lazy.
I only just noticed she's got like pointier shoulders.
Oh yeah, maybe. Oh, you're right. I was gonna say maybe it's like because they're not using the same type of, but no, they are using the same type of thing.
Oh, that dumb attorney just had to go and ruin everything.
Wrong sister.
Whoops, that dumb attorney just had to go and ruin everything. I don't know. I was watching the trial.
God, these
I was
people are
also
crazy.
at the trial.
These people are crazy. You're just optionally allowed to go in the gallery.
I mean, I guess it's a public thing.
No, but I mean, like, witnesses.
Well, I mean...
She's a witness.
She's a witness, but she was only called as a witness later in a way that seemed very, like, impromptu. So I guess she wasn't, like, pinned down as a witness.
Wow.
Do you really think that boy killed Catherine? Of course he did. He's a necromancer, for crying out loud. If what they said was true, I want to. Hey, her arcane art has changed from nun to necromancy.
Wait. You can learn this spell without knowing it's school?
Yes.
You know that's not the same thing. You only use healing magic.
Yeah, not you don't know Blyto, right?
I
And
mean,
then she's just out here like,
No, I do know Blyto. Oh, come on, help me prep some of the leftover meat. I bet we can still make some soup out of it.
wait, what?
What?
Meat soup.
Yeah. Yeah,
I've
meat
never had
soup.
meat soup. I've only ever thought about bread soup.
I hate this. Yeah, I know, the students are totally going to complain about it. No, I hate magic. Sure, whatever, Val. What?
What? She didn't care. She was just like, shut the fuck up.
She really went, okay, okay. I hate magic. Why'd you learn it then, Val?
If you didn't learn it, you wouldn't be in this mess.
Why didn't you register as a mage, Val?
Yeah, honestly, Valley crash out from round 2. Valley crash out.
Tyrion, what are we doing here?
I'm not sure. For some reason, I felt drawn to this place. Probably because of the cool obelisk.
That is cool. That's a cool obelisk.
That
right
is
there.
something. Wait. Why
Great
is
obelisk we got right there.
Is it just me, or does it look like they've actually put names on these and then censored them? You can air a violin all you want, but, like, look, is that not censored?
Oh, I thought I just didn't have my glasses on.
It looks like that's censored to me. I don't know.
That one isn't over there, though.
Yeah, that one. These
Can
ones
we
in the
read
back.
that if we zoom in? No, wait. What am I talking about? There's no zoom
Did
in.
you just zoom in real life? What? the-
Yeah, it's called moving towards something.
I guess so. I don't know what this circle thing are, but you know.
It says no.
I'm deeping. I'm deeping. Graves.
No! You're deeping something in OGS. What a surprise.
Yeah, but I'm just deeping the graves too much. I think even for OGS standards, that's a little bit too far.
Are you sure? Wait, what? But Ben of Drin of R. Jones. Oh wait. No, that wouldn't. If that's.
Hold on, I've got to take my headphones off and look real close.
That's an R. That's an N at the end. And then it says of R. Jones. It sounds like, you know, resting place or something. Of R. Jones, right? Or maybe it's son of R. No, it wouldn't be son.
I don't know what that is. R. Jones. I think it's Erin.
Erin of R. Jones.
Erin of R. Jones. All I could see was that one with the no on it. I actually can read that one somewhat.
Censored. Oh,
The one with the the no, the big no on top.
yeah.
I can read like this one right here. I can read these words slightly, as in the first two.
Is it autumn? It's autumn.
I guess so, yeah.
Look at leaves on the ground and look at the bare trees.
Yeah,
If it was winter, those leaves would
yeah.
already be gone by now.
yeah. There's
So it's autumn.
there's
Probably late
unmistakably-
autumn?
Yeah, late autumn. I'd say there's
Okay, it's late autumn in
unmistakably-
Wyvern.
There's unmistakably like an autumnal tree behind Celeste's head.
Boom.
But
OGS.
OGS moment there, boom. There you go. But I've looked real closely at that, and the no thing. Maybe you can see it too. Maybe I'm tweaking. But I'm pretty sure the first thing says had child, but then she died.
Wait, what? Let me see if I can.
Like this first line up here.
I see what you mean.
But I don't think it's then she died is the weird thing, because it's like she
That says child as well. I wonder if this is some kind of. Oh, dude, what if this is some text and that's why it's mostly censored? Because it actually comes from something?
What's Lorem Ipsum?
Well, no, if it were Lorem Ipsum, it'd just be Lorem Ipsum, wouldn't it? I'd probably recognise it.
For some reason, I felt drawn to this place. Hey, you're not the Gotham one here. What are you drawn to a graveyard for?
Plot.
He's just gonna rip open his shirt like the wolf meme, you
Awoo!
know?
Awoo! Maybe I'm praying on you tonight.
I was supposed to make my way back to the academy, but I've suddenly found myself here. Strange, but I couldn't even remember how he'd arrived.
Wait, is that Eris?
She just got angry at me for a bit for some reason.
I do think that's a little strange, like...
It's because Eris is involved, so they just...
Oh, Eris bullshit got us here. Bro, we literally take a portal from the court to the academy.
Yeah.
What do you mean we just ended up in the cemetery?
We walked from the courthouse just... So that's pointed further into the cemetery. Eris was standing there in front of a gravestone. One of the censored ones or one of the non-censored ones? She was placing flowers on it and appeared to be chanting a short prayer. Did she chant a demonic prayer or a real prayer now, like her mouth hurts?
That's a good question. Well, we found her.
We should probably talk to her later. It would be rude to disturb her now. As we were about to leave, Eris suddenly turned to face us. She was far away, but she'd clearly noticed us and was beckoning us over. Come over here.
Oh, hello there. Were you two looking for me?
Sorry we were looking for you, but I understand if you'd rather talk later.
No, I was just finishing up here. Did you have something you wanted to talk to me about?
Well, we wanted to ask you some questions about the case.
I need to present.
God, I really need to stop nearly like saying sus shit.
God's sake, man.
No, it's because all right. Because she kept saying, I'm not some script you can just toy around with. I keep thinking, oh, let's just, and then I'm not going to say the rest of that because bad sentence.
Lady Steelwind is really something.
Yeah, I feel like she's always one step ahead of me.
But she does have a habit of relenting when she realises she's wrong.
Not today.
Not today.
Today she was like,
today
no.
She was like, I know all the facts of this case, but I'll try and get him on the easiest charge I can think of.
Yeah.
And then when Tyrion calls me out on my bullshit, I'll just be like, oh, you think I'm that incompetent that I didn't think of this? Dude, you're lying.
I thought of this, but
so
I was just
what you're
lying.
saying is, you're a liar.
Yeah, genuinely.
I think you deserve a worthier adversary.
I mean, she can be a pain sometimes, but I'm glad that she pursues justice, even if it means she loses. Don't know why he thinks of it as winning and losing. But still on that thing. Strange. I would have never seen myself holding such high respect for an able.
To be fair, like that,
yeah.
You know, like theoretically speaking, it's in her best interest to win the case, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Anyways,
Shot.
Haha.
I wonder what would drive a noble like her into becoming a lowly prosecutor.
Ugh.
I'd love to know the story behind that.
Disgusting
A
prosecutors.
lowly prosecutor.
What do they do all day?
You know, the funny thing is, Ruby is so rich that she's pseudo-noble.
Yeah. What do
So
they do all
it's
day?
not like attorneys are like some low-paying job.
Yeah.
It's like this is some high-class.
Maybe
shit right
maybe
here.
all the nobles are farmers and stuff. They just do like the traditionally. They do like all the traditionally hard labor jobs because like they don't need money, so they're proving how little they need money by like doing all that.
No, don't lower yourself to becoming a gladiator.
No, Agrippa, no.
Agrippa, no. That game was so good.
That game was amazing.
What a hidden gem, honestly.
Genuine hidden gem.
Shadow of Rome. Now that was a
Shadow of
game.
Rome. Shout outs to Shadow of Rome. We know that Wallace was accepted through Redmond's program, but what about you, Eris?
Are you trying to ask me if I'm a noble bastard?
And this is the brilliance of commas, because if you put a comma there.
Are you trying to ask me if I'm a noble bastard?
Sorry, I didn't mean.
No need to apologise. Although the answer to that question is a bit complicated. My family is quite wealthy, but I wouldn't consider them part of the nobility.
You're Satan.
Okay.
You have a family.
So is your mum or your dad the mage? Which one? So either way, she's not part of the nobility. What?
Well, I mean, she's a devil, obviously. So, like, is she, like, what does this mean? Because, like, okay, my family's quite wealthy, but I wouldn't consider them part of the nobility. If she's saying, you know, haha, my dad's Satan, so, you know, or
Oh
you know.
god, if it's really that,
but
that's worse than I thought. I thought she was just like coming up with a story, basically.
yeah, I don't know.
Like, I'm just normal. I have a family or whatever you call them.
Oh, the answer to that's actually quite complicated.
Oh,
You see,
it's
my dad
complicated.
was a man of exquisite power, but then he cast me out of his house, and I ended up in a flaming pit. Wait, no, sorry. Her family must have been part of a guild or something.
A guild?
Who the fuck is a guild?
I'm sure that's the first time. Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe that's the second
No,
time.
that's
or
definitely
maybe
the
I've
first
just
time.
been watching too much Fairy Tail.
That's definitely the first time I've heard anything about a guild. I don't know what that's about. Just saying, where's a guild coming from? Usually,
Oh, you know what this song reminds me of?
What?
It reminds me of Enchanted Dominion from Birth by Sleep.
Ah. Fair shout, really. But her family must have been part of a guild or something. What's a guild?
I would say it's more like several circles.
Oh, there you go.
Of hell!
Like, what did she even say? She literally just did my joke there. Oh, I'd say then he cast me into a flaming pit. Wait.
Also, she
Yeah,
just
like-
read his mind.
Yeah.
And he's not going to pick up on
okay.
that, is he?
No, he's just fine
He
with
should have
that.
picked up on that. He
He's
should
chill
have
with
been like, wait, I was thinking that.
Right, I was thinking that. How did you do that?
Wasn't quite sure what to make of you at first, but you are truly remarkable.
Thanks, I think.
I enjoyed watching you battle Lady Steelwind. I can only hope the climax lives up to my expectations.
I'm interested if I can present anything to make her do the funny thing again.
She's going to dox my flipping Steam
Oh, you're right.
if you do that.
Oh, yeah, true. Wait, is she going to do it naturally?
I hope fucking not.
That'd be hilarious. What do you think about this, Eris?
Really now? I can't tell you everything you need to get through this case. What would be the fun in that?
If you notice a sudden cut, that's why.
Yeah, if you notice a sudden cut, it's because I cut out the Eris doxing my Steam account.
Genuinely, it'd be so
Just
funny
like
if
how
she
it
does.
Like, I did actually cut out that bit where
Yeah, Steam doxed us
Steam
again, yeah.
doxed us earlier because I realised that just like switch off Steam before I continued.
Yeah.
Ever since. So
She'll
that's fine.
still do it.
But she'll dox my thing. There is a part where she says where she'll just put your Steam name there.
She'll give full government name.
Yeah, basically.
She's gonna give full government name plus email address.
That was my first time watching a court trial. You were truly remarkable.
Thank you. Were you in the gallery?
I've always enjoyed watching physical battles in theatre. Now I see that battles of wits can be just as entertaining to watch.
Nah, I reckon Agrippa's got this one. He's too awesome. Entertained.
Oh, this is the part, isn't it? I think this happens.
I think this is gonna happen.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Clench your arse cheeks for a cut.
You see the odds are stacked against him, but then he suddenly pulls out this crazy deduction that takes the whole trial back.
I've never really thought of it like that.
But I'm sure it's far more entertaining to be the one making the decisions.
I'm not really sure what you mean. Practice law so I can help those persecuted by the justice system. Don't really do it to
Here we
entertain
go.
myself.
Is that really true? Don't you find the experience in...
Oh, they removed it.
My finger was on the trigger there, like. No, let's just act like we cut it out. Boom.
Yeah, we cut it
Marvelous
out.
cutting skills.
I'm kind of glad that they
Yeah.
removed that.
Wow.
That was like one thing that I was not like worried about per se, but just kind of like annoyed with.
What if they like know that we're streaming it? They know we're
What do you
streaming
mean?
it, so they cut it out so that we wouldn't get doxxed. Thank you, devs.
Devs, why are you stalking us?
I'd rather get stalked by the devs than like.
Okay, no, you don't understand. The update happened before we started streaming.
Ugh, that's true.
Don't you find the experience even the least bit entertaining, Tyrion?
I wouldn't really put it that way.
You're far too modest. You save people from the clutches of death. To your clients, you might as well be a knight in shining armour.
Earlier you said you were studying illusion magic.
I am. Did you want to ask me about the prosecution's theory?
Yes, actually. How did you know?
Disguising an undead with an illusion is definitely possible. As Lady Steelman said, illusory disguises would be the best spell to use for that.
What if someone created a freestanding illusion? We know that Wallace didn't animate and disguise the Professor's corpse. So what if the illusion wasn't disguising anything? Maybe someone created a freestanding illusion of Bellwether walking around.
For something like that, one would probably use major illusion.
That's an Asari.
That is a sorry.
That's an Asari. They're right out of Mass Effect. What's going on here? School
Liara?
illusion. Incantation is Miluzo. No gesture. You have to concentrate. Duration is while you're concentrating, so concentration is yes. Creates a 3-dimensional illusion. The illusion can take the form of any object or creature that can be contained in a 10-foot cube. While concentrating, the caster can animate and move the image to a different location within range. What's the range? The illusion is purely visual and can't be physically touched. What is it?
I don't think major illusion is what we're looking for. Do you remember what Jan said? I was cleaning a mess in the hallways, but Bellwether knocked over a vase. There were shards and dirt everywhere. If the Bellwether that Jan saw was a major illusion, then she couldn't have knocked over that vase. Illusions created by that spell don't have any mass.
I see. How perceptive of you.
Aren't there any other illusion spells that have mass?
No, all known illusion spells in Rivengard can only recreate visual and auditory sensations.
Me when I can't create the shit golem that I want to.
The shit.
And make it smell like shit.
Oh, stay classy.
Yeah, yeah.
None of those spells can recreate something that someone could touch.
Or taste.
Or smell, like the shit golem.
Yeah.
So that means someone disguised something to make it look like Bellwether.
Why the look of suspicion, Celeste?
So sorry, I wasn't...
She's taller than
Calm
Celeste.
yourself, I was only joking. I don't blame you for considering every possibility. In fact, I'm flattered you think I'm capable of pulling off such an elaborate ruse.
I need to rework my.
I actually think, not to glaze myself, but I think I actually feel like I managed to put a little bit of threateningness into that line. Not this one, but like the previous one. Why the look of suspicion?
Yeah. I'll restate my thing though, because she's taller than Celeste. So
wait, she's taller than Celeste.
Yep.
Is Celeste short as hell?
Celeste's short.
Oh my god, short queen.
Short queen out here. So let me restate what my joke. You're scared of this 16-year-old 5'2" goth girl? Yeah, she's actually got like a couple inches on her, like literally like 2.
Yeah.
so it's not that tall. It's just, you know. Anyways, this does tell us one important thing.
What's that?
The Bellwether that Jan saw had a physical mass to it. Yeah, they are actually ramping up on the anyways shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't a freestanding illusion, it was someone disguised as her.
Jan's statement: 30 minutes before the Yana sisters found the body, Bellwether walked past Jan in the West Wing hallway. He was in her path, so she shoved him out of her way.
Get out of my way!
After that, she knocked over a vase and shattered it. Even though Jan didn't say anything to her, she yelled at him to be quiet. After this interaction, she walked into Lecture Hall 2B. The Bellwether witnessed by Jan Hughes must have been disguised with an illusion. In addition to that, whoever he saw that day was physically there.
So you're saying that? Wait. So the arcane constructs will just literally like get out of my way. The fucking way.
Get out of my way. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. They'll be mourning you too if you don't get out of my way.
It's quite a shame, isn't it?
Arius looks pensively towards the gravestone. Name on the stone said Emily Grant, and her lifetime appeared to have been awfully short. She must have been only 12 years old when she died. Sorry for interrupting you. Is she someone you knew?
I'm actually here on Wallace's behalf.
Wallace knew her?
Wallace joined the Academy as part of a program run by Headmaster Redmond. At the time, the Headmaster was reaching out to mages among the common folk. He'd started a program to admit them to the Academy through a scholarship program.
That was clumsy.
What?
He'd started a program to admit them to the Academy through a scholarship program.
He'd started a scholarship program to admit them to the academy.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need.
He started a program to admit them with a program.
What?
Using a program.
Using a program.
To admit them via the program.
Ah.
Both Emily and Wallace were among those mages.
Wow, that must have been an amazing opportunity for them.
The truth is, neither of them actually cared about learning magic.
So, wait, hold on a second. Oh, no, they're not saying that. My bad. I was about to jump down this game for saying... I was going to contest the implication that they just randomly received a scholarship in the post or something. Like they didn't apply or anything.
You got a scholarship. Boom. And it's like a.
It's like in Danganronpa. Like they like just one random student gets the invitation, and that proves that they're the ultimate luckster.
Imagine that. You're just sitting there being a You're just sitting there in your. Like if that was the case in this, you're just sitting there in your house, and then Hagrid just knocks up at your door, and he's just like, "Hey kid, you're coming with me to Hogwarts whether you like it or not.
You're coming with me to Hogwarts.
You're fucking coming to me with Hogwarts.
You're a wizard, Harry."
And he just grabs you, and that's it. Boom.
She and Wallace were poor orphans. And they obviously didn't have the resources to treat it.
Whoa. So she had a deadly illness, but the resources exist to treat it.
Ah.
So we do know of diseases that can be cured.
Oh yeah. Alchemists doing their job.
Alchemists are doing their job, I guess.
But if they enrolled in the academy,
The Academy would be obligated to give her medical treatment.
the Imperial Academy teaches the best mages in the kingdom. They thought that curing her illness would be an easier task for the Academy's healers.
Are they doctors or alchemists?
But healers use healing magic. And as we already know from Wallace, healing magic can't cure diseases or disfigurement.
And as we know from the... so yeah, you need a transmutation mage, because we also know that the alchemists are transmutation mages.
Yeah. So, okay, actually, does healer include alchemists using transmutation magic?
Does healer refer to necromancers using healing magic and alchemists using transmutation magic? Or what?
But they were mistaken, I'm afraid. I'm sure you know this by now, but healing spells can only treat wounds. They can't cure illnesses.
Well, yeah, but what about the alchemists, damn it? The alchemists could do something.
So you're telling me that they just didn't know that healing spells can't cure diseases?
So they just went there and then said, hey,
How do they...
hey, we
How
need
do
a
they
healer.
not know that?
Also, how does that... No, because... Well, that's all fine and dandy up until the point where they go to the academy, and then they're like, they'd be obligated to give medical treatment. And he went... And Theodore went, oh, well, we'll get you some... What seems to be the problem? We need a healing! We need, like, a healing spell, like necromancy. It was like, oh, yes, she seems to have... Oh, that seems to be influenza. Alright, I'll just get you that necromancy. And then the necromancer's like, oh, there's nothing I can do.
Nothing I can do, man.
It's like, is there anyone who could do something?
Yeah.
Nose deep in his head. Yeah, an alchemist could definitely cure this. No, kid. Nope.
No kid. No
Can't.
way.
No way. There's no way for me specifically to do this, so I'm not going to refer to you to anyone.
Emily's condition got worse over the years, and eventually she succumbed to her illness.
She's only 12. How long have they been at the academy? He's a second year student.
He's a second year student at 16.
How long are the years?
He's a second year student, he's 16, so he joined when he was 15.
Holy shit, Wallace is such a dropout.
Are you saying that he's been suspended? Like he's had to redo the year?
He's
like
had to redo the
times?
year like so many times. Bro's just the worst mage ever. He's just out here.
But she died at 12, so if we're talking about over the years, she has to have been... But they had already joined, so... Oh no.
He's just out here like... He's like, so principal, how well am I doing? And he's just like, Wallace, you're still in key stage 4 at 16. You're fucking useless.
Wallace, you need to retake the year again. You scored
the lowest in your class.
How'd I do on the test? How'd I do on the test, Headmaster Redmond? Well, it seems you got 25. Out of 25? Oh, you all right, I knew it. Percent. You got 25%. Oh, no.
God, I think I can see why Bellwether's annoyed.
Yeah, God, he must suck.
She's just like, get out of my way,
okay,
Wallace,
okay.
I don't need this.
Even if we say that he is like a few years older than her, so he was 15 when they joined,
Yeah.
and she was 12 or 11 when they joined,
Yeah.
that still begs the question of Eris saying over the years.
Yeah. So she'd have to have been 10 at the bare minimum.
Yep.
At the absolute maximum age, she was 10 when she joined, because over the years, you don't say over the years over 1 year.
Yeah.
Wallace was furious. He didn't understand why the kingdom was outlawing magic that could save lives. Magic that could save lives. Magic that could save lives. Magic that could save lives.
What? that necrotic bite definitely saves lives.
No. The idea... Look, Wallace's whole thing is he's trying to learn these to develop necromancy that can.
Yeah.
He knows himself that they can't right now.
Bro, I'm not going to Wallace. He might just go, I mean, if I say blight at you, you might live. Like, what?
If I say blight at you, you might live. Well, due to mega dropout, my guy.
Yeah, bro. Like, okay.
He keeps retaking the year.
I don't think we should trust Wallace for anything ever again. He can't. He's been in the second year of school, presumably for like 4 or 5 years. Like,
Okay, that's just a meme.
well, I mean, that's just a meme. But we have to question how much older than her was he? He must have been much older than her.
It's strange because like
She just must be a child in this.
look,
Cause
can we go onto the log again? I want to like reread some of that. Like okay, so deadly illness. The poor of them didn't have the resources to treat it. If they enrolled in the academy, they'd be obligated to give a medical treatment. Oh, also they said medical treatment, so we have the existence of medicine.
yeah,
So yeah, we do have things that cure diseases.
alchemedicine.
Alchemedicine. So we've got doctors, healers, medics, presumably, or medical professionals at least, and alchemists. That's just clumsy. It's clumsy to have so many different
is like-
words for... Then again, they might not even be the same guys.
This is like when they go like, oh yeah, I'm going to refer you to like an ENT. I'm going to refer you to the dermatologist. It's like they're referring specifically to the exact thing instead of just saying
Yeah.
medical professional. Like instead of
Really
saying
is.
doctor, they're just saying the specific fields they specialize in. Like alchemist,
Yeah.
medic, healer.
They can't cure illnesses. But then there are people who can cure illnesses because we have the concept of medicine,
Yep.
which means we have the concept of treating a disease
Yep.
or an illness.
Otherwise, it would just be a curse.
Yeah.
Or something that just is a thing.
Yeah.
You know, they don't go like, oh well, I mean, you know, there wasn't anyone qualified enough to cure. There wasn't really anyone qualified enough to cure their cancer. That implies
Yeah.
there is. Like, you know,
Yeah.
hang on.
They don't have the resource. Obviously, they didn't have the resources to treat it. The thing is, that is a sentence that doesn't even matter
Yeah.
if it's a disease that is known to be terminal.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if no one can treat it, it's just a terminal disease. But they had the hope that the Academy would have the resources to treat her.
Yeah.
It turns out apparently they didn't.
Mhm.
But I don't know. Look, I'm just confused here because I'm pretty sure most people know what can and can't be treated right now.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, most people have this idea of, you know, in this day and age, even if you're not in the medical field, you know, like, oh well, this can probably be treated when I go to the doctor. That can probably be treated. Oh no, this can't. That can't.
Yeah.
Or you know, you hear about someone's disease and you think, and you go, oh no, that's something that can't be treated.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty well known, but you know, kind of for obvious reasons. You know, those things go down the grapevine very quickly.
Yeah, because they're
When a new treatment is found for something that was previously untreatable, it's big news and everyone hears it.
well, there, you know, you get what's it called? Was it smallpox? I think it was like smallpox or something. No, it was smallpox. I don't think it kills you, but like chickenpox or something. I know there was some disease that, like...
Chickenpox doesn't kill you, though.
No, it was... Maybe it was... I don't know if it was a pox, actually. It was something.
What is actually the mortality rate on chickenpox, anyway?
I don't know, probably quite low.
I bet it's got to be like 0.0001 or something.
You know, there was this one disease that we just went, it's gonna do this. Well, it's a very, very dangerous disease. You're pretty terminal. And then we found like how to cure it and a vaccination, and it was just like the thing got fucked. It turned into like the least important thing you've ever seen.
Also known as varicella.
Because it was just like, poof. Because you get the vaccine, can't affect you. You actually get the illness. It's just like, here, take this, and boom. And it's like, oh fuck. Can't even attach to people, and the few people it can attach to, they just get instantly cured of it. It's like, wow, what a hellish existence. Like, shout outs to that microbe.
Death occurs in about 1 per 60,000 cases.
Wow, yeah, that's very low.
60,000, what's that? 1 in 100 would be 1%. 0.1 would be 1 in 1,000. 0.01 would be 1 in 10,000. So then you divide that by 6. So it's really low. Really low.
MERS. Scary stuff. Scary stuff, MERS is.
What's its relate?
30%.
30 bloody %?
Yeah.
Jesus
like pretty
Christ,
much
that's scary.
1 in 3 people. I mean, luckily for us, mortality rate and transmission rate are very, very directly like, you know, if you've got high mortality, chances are your illness just can't really go anywhere. It's the trade-off for pathogens.
I find it funny that it's such a. I find it funny that it's such. It's got such obvious symptoms. You know, the blisters and everything. But it's evidently so weak.
Yeah, I mean,
as a disease,
it's probably just a skin irritant thing.
It's just crazy to think.
Well, it's like how bubonic, you know, bubonic plague.
Yeah.
Everyone says bubonic plague.
Yeah. Like the Black Death.
Well, that plague,
bubonic
is its weakest form, weakest, shittest form.
What the fuck?
Not very mortality rate at all. Pretty like.
What do you mean not mortality rate at all? What was it?
It's pretty mellow in all things considered for mortality rate. You know, it sounds like Black Death.
What was the
terrifying.
mortality rate then?
I mean, it's still pretty bad.
But
It's like 5% or some shit.
That is way lower than I thought.
However,
I was thinking that was like a flipping death sentence.
However, I mean, in the modern day, obviously, the plague is kind of specced towards absolutely no antibiotics or anything. It is very susceptible to antibiotics to the point where it's effectively just like you get a little bit of antibiotics.
You're telling me you're telling me you could get bubonic plague in this day and age?
Absolutely.
And take 2 flipping antibiotics pills and then be fine.
The bubonic plague is so, like, it's so allergic to fungus. It's like crazy. It's like there's a fungus sneezes near it and it's just like, oh shit.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Uh-oh, we're gonna get fungused out.
Okay, so, we got distracted by more questions about the reason in this world.
The reason why I say that though is because pneumonic and septicemic, pneumonia and sepsis, those forms of plague.
Those are plague as well?
Yeah, plague can come in bubonic, septicemic, or pneumonic, where it just depends on where it's infecting you. So if it's in the lungs,
pneumonia is the plague.
No. Pneumonia is a symptom of something. Pneumonia is something you get when your immune system has to fight in the lungs.
Oh, right.
And sepsis is when your immune system has to fight in the blood. And generally, if it's in the lungs, that causes a lot of issues because your air passages get blocked up and everything from all of the everything that's happening there. And then sepsis is really bad because your body hates your buboles, otherwise known as your what is it? Your
what, like lymph nodes?
Yeah, your lymph nodes. Yeah.
Oh right.
That's why you swell up under the armpits and on the neck and everything because it's where your buboles are. That's what swells up as those black balls. But then septicemic, obviously, the body hates things getting in the blood. And by that we mean it goes into full nuclear war mode, like scorched earth. As in, it will try to kill you to prevent it from spreading. It's very weird that the body does that, but it kind of just says, hey, what if we were to...
You can't kill me if I die.
Yeah, like, what if we were to shut down the organs? Then you wouldn't be able to kill us, would you? It's like, what?
Jesus,
That's a bit of a, bit of a weird tactic, but all right. But yeah, either way, she has an incurable cough of death.
Who? Oh yeah, what's her name?
But she, over the years, she eventually succumbs.
Over the years.
I don't know, and she succumbed when she was 12. It said, frightfully
Yeah.
short, she was 12.
Well, yeah, he straight up said 12.
Yeah,
Where was it?
she literally did say
down a bit.
12 years old.
She must have only been 12 years old when she died.
So she's 12 years old, but over the years, so again, bottom line is 10 at the max was when she arrived.
Was it like some genetic condition then, or?
They say it was an illness.
Yeah, they said it was an illness. I guess that could be a genetic condition if you just didn't know.
It could be, but we already have had that distinction of illness versus genetic condition. Like he said, deformities.
Deformity. Did he say deformities or disfigurement?
Deformities. He said
Deformities.
definitely deformities. I guess if
Do we
it's an
class
internal...
deformities as like losing your arm?
Yeah, I guess if it's an internal thing, like maybe you wouldn't know. Because you'd know if someone was born without an arm, they'd be born without an arm.
Oh yeah, that's the line we got stuck.
Shouts to Chernobyl.
He couldn't understand why the kingdom was outlawing magic that could save lives.
Actually, no, shoutouts to like the 1920s of America where they loved
necrotic
radiation.
blight and animate corpse.
Yeah. And that's why he decided to learn it himself.
Yes, the headmaster was inspired by Wallace's resolve.
Reckless abandon.
Yeah.
Brett is like, oh, that's gangster. Also, is that... What is this triangle?
Oh, well, that's her skin there.
I think it is, but when she does like the it disappears.
Well, let's see if we can find her doing the scary face at
I don't
some
think
point.
she moves in any way in this thing, but...
Gave him access to the Academy's forbidden tomes of necromancy, which I'm not sure why they had. With the headmaster's guidance, Wallace learned the spells that he knows today.
They were just like, let's put this in a book and just leave it in the headmaster's office.
Yeah. So that's why.
At least they're not book burners.
I guess, but like those are books I'd be willing
Yeah,
to burn.
those are kind of the books I'd be like, hang on, maybe we should burn these.
Like, yeah.
Point kill might be a bit too dangerous to be kept alive.
It's like if you could guarantee the destruction of all the research regarding nuclear bombs. Like,
Yeah.
if you could delete all of that information, because that
Delete all nukes and delete all
speaking
nuclear
of speaking
bombs.
of Pandora's boxes, that's one that you can't shut.
Yep, nukes.
Now that we got nukes, we have to have nukes.
Yeah, because anyone can just poof.
Yeah, if you don't and other people do, well, all of a sudden,
Yep.
you have a gun pointed at you and no gun to point in return.
Yeah.
So they
Arms
can tell
race.
you what the hell to do. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah. It would be cool if we could do completely nuclear disarmament, but I don't see that as possible.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
I mean, mutually assured destruction is good enough.
Yeah, it's a pretty good deterrent.
It was supposed to stay a secret between him and the headmaster.
I know this is another detour, and I shouldn't do another detour.
Why?
But,
Why not?
But I mean, just because it's kind of off topic. But speaking on nukes,
Yeah.
it's like that like misquoted Gandhi thing. You know, he admires people who use
nuclear weaponry. Wasn't that from like Civ 6 or something, or Civ 4 or
yeah,
Civ 5?
there's this meme in Civ, I think it is Civ 5, that Gandhi is one of the rulers that can spawn in the game.
Yeah.
And there was this meme around that Gandhi had some sort of glitch with his AI level, because there's an
Yeah.
aggressiveness factor on the AI in that game, and that depends on what they do, what they how willing they are to do aggressive things like nuke people. And there was this like rumor that Gandhi's aggression value somehow like had somehow like gone under like 0, and thus the game treated it as a 10. It went one under 0, so it treated it as the highest value. So, funnily enough, the devs ended up stating, no, that is not real, and that whoever started that rumor probably just got nuked because they were acting too dangerous. So even Gandhi had decided to nuke them. And I'm just like, wow. But yeah, that's funny Civ stuff.
It's Civ 6 apparently.
Oh, it is Civ 6. Okay, I thought it was 5. But,
There we go.
she did it for me alone.
What?
She did it for me. You weren't looking, and she did a Got to check that post to see if she doxed us.
Oh, no, is it?
But I'm sure you know how that turned out.
Yeah, she also her thing did disappear. Her triangle.
Has no hesitation to use nuclear weapons. Respects other civilizations that project strength with nuclear weapons.
Oh my god, I do love that.
Oh, lordy, lordy.
Thank you, Civ Gandhi.
It's too good.
Well, it's a grave for an individual that I didn't know. Out of respect, it'd be best if I left it undisturbed.
Yeah. Oh, so is that one going to be
don't
Emily
know-
Grant?
You don't know she who died and had a child. It's the grave of Emily Grant.
Emily Grant.
That's not Emily Grant.
Ellie's
that's like,
real. 2401.
Yeah, Ellie's real 2401.
You know, I hear you can unlock Luigi if you get 2,401 coins
I
in
thought-
your coin total.
I thought you just had to crouch on the star.
Nah.
Like, just crouch on it. and
You
then-
can play as Luigi in Super Mario Brothers DS or no wait, Super Mario 64 DS.
They should have changed the star thing to Peach is real 2401.
No, obviously Waluigi.
Ah, true.
Waluigi was the next like
Ah, yeah.
character to.
Why is it always Luigi? Waluigi, like, what's next? You know, fucking Mr. L.
Mr. L was only in Super Paper Mario.
They should do that in the next Paper Mario.
What? Make Mr. L?
Mr. L is real 2401.
Mr. L, look, bro, like, I don't think we'd want to remind Luigi of his time as Mr. L. That feels mean. It'd be like in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when, you know, Fitz was a Nazi doctor in the alternate time, in the Matrix, basically.
That is a strange one.
And then when he comes out, because he was in there and he was just like, fuck. He has it as like an evil, like, side kind of thing, like.
What, like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde?
Well, kind of, sort of. But that's what causes him to. It makes him unscrupulous sometimes, and that's what leads him to operating on his friend without her consent to give her back her powers that she didn't want to have because she was afraid that they'd destroy the world because in the future they destroyed the world.
Okay. It's the grave of Emily Grant. Such
Agents
a shame
of
that
S.H.I.E.L.D.
she
was
died.
wacky, but it was really fun.
Such a shame that she died so young. Briefly paid my respects.
Repario Arcane.
Repario Arcanum.
Celeste, that's inappropriate in a graveyard. I don't know what did I don't know what happened to me there. Oh,
Repario Arcanum.
ain't no way there's no magical traces.
So no one's cast any magic here in the last 48 hours. I imagine the school's shut down
Yeah.
for now. So
But,
I
yeah,
can understand it to an extent.
Yeah, but like,
But it's only been shut down for a day.
especially in the first day of trial.
Yeah.
There ain't no way.
I suppose part of the reason that's there is because it would all be like
It would just be random stuff.
be random and totally irrelevant.
Yeah. I would find it funny though to just have a bunch of like coloured bits around there, like just some,
Yeah, for jokes and stuff.
just some green here, you know, some yellow there, bit of whatever else.
Imagine there's like a broken like banister or something.
Yeah.
And then there's like some red on it, and she's like, "Oh, someone used evocation magic on this." Oh well, I suppose they will have got a nasty telling off from the headmaster. Blah blah blah.
I also won't lie. That would be a really good way for introducing the colours
You're
of the
right,
magic.
actually.
Evocation.
That's true.
All of this, all of that.
That's true. Oh, it's you, Mr. Cuthbert.
Steelwind, what are you doing here?
Not even a miss or a prosecutor or anything.
Steelwind.
Just Steelwind.
I once again came across Steelwind. Like yesterday, she was the only one in the room. Was she seriously carrying out the investigation alone here? Searching the classroom was one thing, but searching this entire library seemed a little ridiculous.
You're carrying out your investigation alone.
No, I have Celeste.
After what happened at the trial yesterday, I decided it would be best to start my investigation here, at the library.
Well, this was in the library for the entire morning.
Okay, fair enough.
She was insistent that he did it. This would probably be the best place.
Actually, since I have you here, have you seen Eris Ilmat around anywhere? It's my understanding you're both acquainted with each other.
Eris, what do you want with her?
It's not for anything serious, mind
It's
you.
not for anything suspicious, mind you. What?
I glanced at it and it was suspicious.
You
and
better
I
not
looked back
kidnap
up
her.
and I was like, oh, it's just that Oath of a Commander lost her spell compendium. We need her to produce another one for our records. If you see her, please let her know we'd like to speak with her.
We saw her earlier in the cemetery nearby, but I have no idea where she is now.
Once again, I have to compensate that it's mistakes.
Anyways,
Shot.
I was wondering if I could ask you some questions about the case.
I think that's 5
That's
in this
5
stream.
in this stream. Yeah.
Very well. I suppose I still need to honour our deal from earlier. No, you don't. That was ages ago.
And she's gonna bring up like
It was like yesterday. It doesn't matter.
she'd bring up like random shit. Oh, the little baby lectern. It's holy texts from the Church of Bahamut. Read some of these with Eris earlier.
I've been meaning to ask. Do you guys worship dragons in Wyvern Guard?
You're in Wyverngard!
You were a Wyvern Guardian.
You live in Wyverngard! You
You're
were
a
brought up
citizen.
in Wyverngard! You are Wyvern Guardian! Tell you what, do
you guys worship
Hey,
like Jesus
Raz,
Christ?
do you worship Jesus Christ since you're in England? Like in Britain, do you worship
No,
like Jesus
it's
Christ?
worse. It's worse. Do you go? Hey, Spiky. Do you guys worship Jesus Christ in England? Like, what kind of phrasing is that? I'm in England.
Yeah.
I've always been a citizen.
Like what? Britannia.
What the hell is that phrasing?
Yeah, I've literally no idea what Celeste is on here. I've never really been the religious type, but I've seen some devout worshippers in the capital.
It's the most prominent religion here.
It's
not
the only
only.
one. It's the only one.
No, it's not. It's the most prominent.
No. Counter. They said it was the only one.
When?
Eris, who I'd assume is an authority on this,
you're
considering
right.
she's the devil, literally
Satan.
said, "Oh, they ban all other religions."
You're
Well,
right. Oh
no,
my
apparently they
God.
don't, bro. Eris, go check. Look up on like Devilpedia or whatever the hell you have down there. Like,
The scaled Lord Rathalion is said to be the source of all arcane magic. It's no wonder that he's such a large part of our culture.
I mean, he is. Do you have another reason why people would magically be able to shoot fireballs out of their buttholes and shit? Yep, the worship of the celestial gods is forbidden.
What? The
Ah,
what?
you know, celestial gods.
The what?
You know, I can't, bro. Imagine.
What?
Nah, come on. Imagine being in a country where you can't even worship Azathoth and Yarl'Zotep. You know,
God, I can't.
I can't even worship
Belial here.
Yog Shothoth, man.
Yog.
Like, what's that about? But that's crazy, man. Like, come on.
How bizarre! What a strange thing to think, Tyrion.
I just can't. I
Are
can't
you
with that.
connected to the celestial
Yeah, no, seriously.
gods
What
somehow?
do you mean, Tyrion? How do you know about them?
Yeah, that's the question.
I would need to find a way to learn more about them. Oh yeah, we know about them because of that book that said about them for some reason.
But then, that's knowledge about them. They're not suppressing it.
It's just...
And she said that it's the most prominent religion, so there's other religions. And
Yeah.
he just said he's not the religious type, so you're not forced to become a member of the religion.
Due to misuse...
Like, there's no...
misuse.
There's no, like, penalty for apostasy.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, okay. You don't believe... Alright, that's fine. Due to
There's
constant
plenty of religions where that's punishable by death.
I'm guessing maybe they just don't care as much about the church's influence or anything now that they can just throw Lucio at their problems.
Yeah.
Like if there's a rebel uprising, they don't quell it with like religious propaganda and stuff. No, they just go like, "Oh, Lucio killed them all." Ah! Did someone say killed them all? Due to constant misuse of Arcane Construct's voice systems, voice lines can only be set by Headmaster Redmond.
Is that why I can't make the constructs say what I want? The constructs speak using Professor Bellwether's voice. Unfortunately, that was an open invitation to many of the students. It wasn't long before the constructs began speaking several obscenities using her voice. Honestly, that's kind of funny. It is, but this is a place of learning, not one of childish chicanery. Why is Headmaster Redmond the only person allowed to set the voice lines? There were also several rumours that faculty members were partaking in these pranks. That's also pretty funny.
The library is full of books for I can't believe the faculty members were teaching kids how to swear. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The library is full of books
Also,
for education
by the
purposes.
way, that also confirmed. Like, if they were getting to her to say things in that voice, that means it's not just recorded dialogue that's being played back.
It's generative.
It's it's AI generated style.
No, they got a Bellwether over to record it for them. They're just like, "Yo, Bellwether, come here." She's like, "Okay." Library's full of books for educational purposes. It's just got a thumbs up. What?
it just felt a little weird. Tautological, no? And books for recreational purposes. You know, I never got to finish that book.
Wait, why do they have a school library with
They have
some...
a fiction section.
Yeah, they got a little comic section over there. What's going on?
Since we're here...
No, absolutely not.
Come on! Back me up, Arya! I'm afraid I must agree with Mr. Cuthbert. You tend to get very immersed in those books.
Yeah, you jeopardised the
You
case.
jeopardised the case, quite literally. Oh, that's rich coming from you. I bet you're sneaking peeks at it too. Nonsense, I would never do such a thing. I already have my own copy.
Besides, she's a shill. I hate...
What? And you're not sharing it? You're very demanding sometimes.
Tell me about it.
Come on, please! You can even recommend some of your favourite books to me. Oh. I mostly read teen romance, but I can't let her know that.
What? Guess we all have different tastes.
That shocked her to the point where the Eye of Horus worked.
Yeah.
And that was happy and scared.
Yeah.
Was that not? Or
Yeah, that was happy
at
and
least
scared, yeah.
shocked.
It's globe of the world. It's amazing how many other nations there are aside from Isengard. It's also amazing that they all joined a coalition against us.
Coalition. I've been the most... Oh yeah, we've read this one. Isn't travelling through the border heavily restricted? Oh, don't worry, I won't report you. Can't exactly blame you for wanting to leave. Flippin' heck!
Well, I mean, she does know that her father is like a super killer.
Yeah.
And there are tables for students to sit at while they study.
Oh, I don't think I could Standle? I don't think I could handle studying.
Well,
day
if you
after
don't want to
day.
stand, then you're going to have to sit on the floor because there's no chairs. Look at that. Might be a bit dusty. We need Jan in here.
Is it dusty?
I think
or
the
is it
fresco might be a bit. Or is that light?
That
shining?
could just be light.
That could shine off the table. The spotless tables with reflections on the wood.
Yeah, he's oiling those. Look at the floor. You see the reflections off the floor too. See right where your mouse is, like right a little bit, down a little bit. You see underneath those books, there's reflections of the books, and you can see reflections of the lectern, reflections of the base of the.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is
Jan, jeez, Louise, man.
And people are walking on this carpet with their shoes,
Yeah,
and the carpet looks fine.
that's crazy. Shoutouts to Jan Hughes.
Shout outs to Jan Hughes.
Do you want me to present Eris Ilmaticity?
What is going on with Redmond?
Huh?
Just stare at Redmond next time you open that up. I don't know what it is. It feels like something's moving. Maybe I'm losing my mind.
It's because he's got weirdly, like, defined outlines, I think.
No, not when you click on him. When he's like when you go from clues to people.
Oh, what?
Or is it that they're just not updating all at the same time?
I think it's just they're not. I think it's because Jan Hughes doesn't change. It makes everything look like it's moving. Because look, he's just boom. Yeah, I think they are. I think they do update individually.
Like slightly off kilter.
And it's because, and I think the same thing happens with Celeste because the background for the Arcane Constructs and Bellwether is the same as there.
Yeah.
So it makes it look like something's moving because a different person is like entering the shop.
Okay.
What do you think about this, Steelwind?
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't say much about that.
Well, there you go. She doesn't know Aerosol matter. What about necrotic blight? Do you want necrotic blight? No, she doesn't.
I don't know much about that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Shall we call it here then before we continue?
Yeah.
Well, we actually made some good progress on the case.
Yeah, we got to the start of case
Day two.
Day 2, so that's good. We're literally like about where we were on the remake because we never got to finish.
not?
No.
Oh, I thought we did the whole of case 2, or at least most of it.
We got like most of it done, but I think we didn't finish Day 2 of the.
Didn't they
walking around.
change? Oh no, but I remember the sword actually being the right type of sword now.
Yeah, the sword is the right type of sword, but
So
like,
we must
I think
have got
that was,
at least that far.
I think we finished Day 2 trial. Day 2
Investigation, but didn't do the trial.
We definitely didn't do the trial. I know that. I know. I think yeah, we got through the Day 2 investigation, but I think once we get into the trial, we're cooked because I'll have to start using my brain.
Right, well, thanks very much for watching. Next time, same time next week, we'll be doing some more, and by same time next week, I mean Sunday, 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock BST, and of course, we will also have our Monday stream going as standard, which is 7 PM to 11 PM BST on Monday, where we will be playing Fire Emblem 3 Hopes. So yeah, that's about it for now. Thanks again for watching. Thoughts, Spiky?
Sorry, is her reflection different in the floor?
No, it's a reflection.
No. That's definitely taller.
It's because the reflection is showing her true self, the evil Satan figure that she is.
I think it might be. That's
It
what I'm
probably
thinking.
is. And there's an eye in the distance. And he's walking over like Jotaro versus Dio.
It looks like some sort of flaming thing, you know what I mean? Look at that.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Like this is like a head and then there's like flaming bits coming off. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. Never stop analysing. It's fun and it's good for it's good for the soul too.
What?
It's good for the soul.
Okay.
And yeah.